pin. Down through the shadows, 3 adventures came. To a broken warlock, Draken fell their name. They saved this trapped bard from a sticky situation, and he joined their group for praise and adoration. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. They will see it to the end and pull the right price. Even their foe becomes their friend. They fought a lich and bested a sphinx, then reaped their rewards and went out for drinks. A great keep from a terrible lord, Kazoo with his words and Kloss with his sword. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. They will see it to the end and pull the right price. Even their foe becomes their friend. Soon 4 became 3, and 3 became 2, till a great wizard came who would joke with Kazoo. Then in came the job from their close friend. Little did they know it would be Koss's end. The Forvalaka, a terrible beast in its labyrinth lair. Draken fell its feast, succumbed to its claws. The mighty Koss fell, Shakar and Kazoo bid him farewell. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. They will see it to the end and for the right. Who becomes their friend? They were not too for long. A newcomer attended, a strong barbarian. He came recommend. So the 3 took their final task to take down a white dragon, their namesake at last. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. Their renown would only grow, and for the right price, even their friend becomes their foe. Down through the shadows, 3 adventures came. To a broken warlock, Draken fell their name. They saved this trapped bard from a sticky situation, and he joined their group for praise and adoration. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. They will see it to the end and pull the right price. Even their foe becomes their friend. They fought a lich and bested a sphinx, then reaped their rewards and went out for drinks. A great keep from a terrible lord, Kazoo with his words and Kloss with his sword. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. They will see it to the end and pull the right price. Even their foe becomes their friend. Soon 4 became 3, and 3 became 2, till a great wizard came who would joke with Kazoo. Then in came the job from their close friend. Little did they know it would be Koss's end. The Forvalaka, a terrible beast in its labyrinth lair. Draken fell its feast, succumbed to its claws. The mighty Koss fell, Shakar and Kazoo bid him farewell. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. They will see it to the end and for the right. Who becomes their friend? They were not too for long. A newcomer attended, a strong barbarian. He came recommend. So the 3 took their final task to take down a white dragon, their namesake at last. Always down on their luck, they will never give up. Their renown would only grow, and for the right price, even their friend becomes their foe. Howdy, howdy, hey.
Hello, everyone, one and all. I hope
Yes.
not too quiet. You can hear me okay, right, Ori?
We can hear you, yeah. You were definitely echoey for a moment there, but I'm assuming you were away.
Yes.
Yes,
Just
yes.
getting stuff in order. All that
Birthday
good stuff.
cake. Claimed the land again today. Very nice birthday cake.
Oh,
Good
birthday
work.
cake's on a roll this week.
Indeed, indeed. Hello, PCM. Welcome, welcome. We should definitely
Hi,
be able to get
PCM.
to the Neffy pain today. I'm sorry that
Oh my
the
gosh,
tier list took so long.
we have so much new to catch up on.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't heard anything.
No, it's been a hot minute because the tier list took. Oh, look at that! We dodged the cliffhanger.
Oh, fabulous!
Oh, that's so
See,
weird.
that's how you want to do it.
My Twitch stream, like from the Twitch website, didn't like that emoji PCM. However, looking at my combined thing, I see that it is the noof T emoji. But I think it's funny how it didn't like it on Twitch, but it liked it on the other thing. Yeah, so look at that.
It's very stubborn in particular that way.
It worked out in the end that we got a cliffhanger from we avoided it.
Indeed. And really, can you ask for better than that?
Yeah. Sure, PCM, sure. I guess you could say that. Bless you. But today... That wasn't a sneeze?
No, I promise. It was not a sneeze.
Oh, okay. Ah, fantastic, PCM. Amazing. So glad that we get pain and suffering. But...
PCM, you always deliver.
Indeed is right. Let me frickin' turn down... This background music is a bit loud for me.
I am just having a little difficulty on my end because there are too many wires, and I am all tangled in them.
Well, so we have a couple things on the docket today. I will be drawing a wand today. And because of that, I want to speak about wands and differences in wands because we play Pathfinder now. And we've experienced wands in Pathfinder as well as, of course, wands in D&D 5e. And sort of with everything that's going on with the OGL, the Open Gaming License, we're very happy to have moved to Pathfinder when we did. And so, you know, we're just gonna talk about...
If anyone would like to lay in, please do.
I don't think we're going to try to talk about the OGL. There's a lot of content already out there talking about what's going on and how it's going on. It's pretty easy to find on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on Twitter and everything. But very true, PCM, very true. But yeah, I just want to sort of describe the fun differences and how wands work, because they are like a specific set of items, right? You know, you usually have wondrous items, you have, you know, weapons, you have wands and staves and all this other stuff. So I wanted to talk about that. And of course, we have our session to go over, which was the climax of our arc here that we were in. And thankfully, in a way, we didn't play this past week, so nobody's behind.
Yeah,
so
that worked out.
Nobody missed out on our story. So, you know, all works around, you know, the tier list saved us in a way from cliffhangers, from dead air, from all these sort of stuff. So, I think, without further ado, let me give that little story, shall we? Alrighty. So this is from our last session of The Enemies Within. When we last left Kesamir, Aloria, Lycori, and Miss Molly, they had just gained the blessing of the air, and they all gathered at the next door. Miss Molly's familiar Hyba was able to squeeze underneath the door to take a look around the next room. From Hyba's emotions, Miss Molly ascertained that there were 3 kobolds playing cards, 3 kobolds sleeping, and a bunch of treasure. With this information, the group started planning, trying to decide on the best way to enter the room to easily ensure their triumph over the kobolds and catch them the most unaware. However, their deliberating was taking much too long, and Umfalo got impatient and went to just barge through the door. Kesimir joined him, and they both entered first, and the party forced their way into the room and surprised the kobolds. The fight began, with many kobolds scrambling for a chest near their sleeping quarters. 5 of the kobolds were quickly dispatched, as the final one just removed his head from the chest, holding some bottles of unknown liquid. Casimir intimidated him to surrender, just as we realized that he was the ultimate Carl. That was the kobold who had surrendered during the first fight with the kobolds. We once again spared his life, and as he swore up and down that he was not planning to harm the party during the fight, but he said that he couldn't outright join us for fear of execution or for desertion by his own people. We pressed Carl further for information on the rest of the kobold camp, but he had some trouble remembering, saying that gold might help him recall. Kesimir and Lycori each found their own way of helping their friend remember the info. And in the end, the party learned a few key things. The kobold leader, Solgran herself, was just in the other room, in which also lay the pit of despair. And that Solgran had a pet dragon turtle named Bowzar, who had poisonous breath and was incredibly powerful. Turns out, Carl had delivered Bowzar's egg directly to Solgran after a man named the Count had given it to him. Armed with this new knowledge, the party boldly stepped into Solgran's throne room. Immediately, they were met with 2 kobolds wielding crossbows that flanked the pit of despair, and Solgran sitting atop her throne on a cliff overlooking the scene. Almost immediately, Lycori took a crossbow directly to the chest, dropping them to their knees. But in a feat of medical prowess, they ripped out the bolt and patched themselves up, almost good as new. The fight went without further hitch, the lackey kobolds being thrown into the pit of despair, and Solgran lay dead in her throne. The party quickly ran to gather their riches from Solgran's personal chest, but it was locked. Worried about breaking the lock by jimmying it open, Lycori went to see if Solgran had the key on her. To the party's surprise, Solgran leapt up, still alive, and scorched Kesimir and Miss Molly in burning flame. However, Solgran was not super alive, as she was quickly killed, for real this time, with just one final blow. After a short break, the party felt they were ready to face Bowzar and finally retrieve Luigi for Mawio. Haiba snuck in to the dragon turtle's lair for the first glance at the room and saw Bowzar talking to Luigi. But even with all of Haiba's stealth, Bowzar still managed to see him and set loose a toxic bout of poison breath, narrowly missing the ferret. Little did they know, but this would be the hardest fight the party ever fought. With Bowzar's second bout of poison breath, at the very start of the fight, both Aloria and Miss Molly dropped to the ground, barely clinging to life. Lycori managed to revive both of them as Umfalo and Kesimir tried to penetrate Bowzar's tough shell. Just as Lycori finished healing Aloria, Bowzar caught them off guard, knocking Lycori unconscious. The fight raged on, leaving Lycori at the precipice of death. In the end, only Casimir was still standing. With the last of his strength, he managed to get Bowzar to heal Lycori before Bowzar himself passed out from blood loss. Lycori quickly healed Aloria, the second closest to death after themselves, before going to help Miss Molly. But instead of letting Bowzar die, Aloria and Kesimir had other plans. Quickly, once she had been revived, Aloria cast a spell and just barely managed to save Bowzar's life, and Kesimir applauded the action. Lycori, however, was not so pleased, and Omphalo quickly pounced on the unconscious Bowser and dealt the final blow before any other shenanigans could occur. Lycori let out a sigh of relief, and with Luigi saved, the party started their slow trek back through the caverns to go get their reward from Mawio. And that is where we left off.
Oh, it was a nerve-wracking one.
Yeah, it was really tight. When I say like Corey was close to death, let me briefly explain the death system in Pathfinder. So when you go down, you are dying, right? And you have, I think it's 3. Yeah, math. It's
3.
It's 3. No, is it 4?
Is it? No, I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Okay, I think it's 3. I think we're right. It's 3.
I'm fairly
You
positive.
have 3 saves before you die. If you get a critical fail, you know, you're fully dead. I feel like, because this is exactly how, it's 4. That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah,
and you start with 1 when you go down. Okay, thank you, Fuking. I was like, I feel like if it's 3, then it's literally just D&D, so that can't be it. Right? So yeah, so it's 4. Once you go down, you already have marked 1.
I didn't remember them changing that much, so that's where my mind
and
fails
then,
me.
like, Corey got a nat 1, which caused her to go down 2 more. So now she's 3 out of 4, right? That's how close to death I was. And the problem, but the bigger problem is that to be healed up, you have to cure all the wounded, right? So you can't be, like, you have to, when you get, so if I was to roll, let's say, above a 10, I would only now be 2 wounded, right? So you have to go back up, so it's just back and forth. I got it wrong? Okay, this one's hard for me, apparently.
Please enlighten us, because we're both a little mixed up.
This one's a little weird. However, I was very, very close to death, okay? Incredibly close to death. And nobody else knows how to heal, right? Nobody else knows how to heal. It's just me. And Casimir.
And I had heal plaster, but I was down on my back because this particular boss also had attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And it was right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not going to chance that.
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's very bad.
It was unfortunate all around. And all this for Luigi.
Oh, that's crazy, birthday cake. That really puts a lot of suspense on the moment. But damn. Yeah, so it was tough. It was really hard. Dylan even said that it was like extra hard for whatever reason. He was following something called the starter box from Pathfinder that's supposed to be able to help show everybody the ropes, and for whatever reason,
any battles or anything. We fought, I think, pretty much everything.
Yeah, no. It's not like we like skipped ahead and we entered, or anything like that. But yeah, it was like extra doubly hard, like super extra hard. A little bit, but honestly, you guys died so fast that it's like I didn't get the chance to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
I barely had time to blink.
It was literally
through my sheet. I'm like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? Oh my!
It was
God,
literally his first turn. His first turn, he like walked up and got everybody but like Corey, but he got him follow, so like, you know, it still counts. In
so
his breath,
from that
his breath, I take the full damage that unfollow takes. We have 1 health bar. With a full breath, and then I think it was both Miss Molly and Aloria critically failed, so they took double damage, and they just from like 100 to nothing, like from full health to 0, right?
Literally,
and so it was like
imagine the Gen 4 remakes of Pokemon, just health bar all the way down.
No focus sash, no nothing.
No focus sash, it's just poof, gone. Empty health bar. It's like, what just happened?
So then half of my turn every time was trying to revive them so they didn't die. And just after I revived both of them, I went down because nobody gave me healing. And I used all my stuff on healing.
I was basically basically just trying to stay alive at that point. But I remembered, like, oh crap, this thing has attack of opportunity, and the boss is
Disaster indeed.
the boss is talking to us the entire time. He's like, you know, you could get up. You laying on the floor, it's very sad. Why don't you stand up? I'm like, yeah, I'm not looking for that.
Yeah, attack of opportunity is not common in Pathfinder.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Did we
yes.
explain that?
We did forget about that Fuel King. Yeah, so that
Which
sort of
bit
leads
did we
into the
forget
next
about?
thing, the wand. So that leads into
Yes.
our next thing. Also, you could have healed me too on your turn, but I'm just saying. But when you
you
healed
talking about
Casimir,
me?
you could yes, Ms. Molly, when you healed Casimir, you could have healed me too, and you didn't, and I'm upset.
Dude, I will be honest. I just went through all my spells and realized
It
most
is
of them
Salt
were
Birthday
2
Cake.
action and not corrected to 2 action. I really gotta change my battle strategy
Miss
in
Molly
the future.
is a Blessed One archetype Fuel King, so she could have used her focus point, done the actions to heal you with that uptick thing, and then he touched me because I was right next to her and healed me just flat for something, like lay on hands.
Yeah, that would have been good.
And I would have lived if you did that. I would have lived the next hit if you did. I'm so
I'll
salty.
remember that next time.
I'm really good at that. We're also having
I'm sorry. I panicked.
We're also having a item audit, and I will be the treasurer of the items. Not in the sense that I'm holding them, but just in the sense of that I know what everybody has because I have 2 monitors, right? So I'm gonna have like the list up and be like, who has this? We need to use that. Who has this? Use that. So we never forget again.
Valid.
We never forget again. You're allowed to keep stuff from me if you don't want to tell me that you have something. That's fine, but then you might forget. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I don't see any reason to hide it.
Hey, I don't know.
It's not super deceitful. So.
No, I don't think Miss Molly is gonna be it.
Unless
but
she
all I'm
suddenly
saying.
gets some interesting character development, I don't think that would happen.
So what? What I was gonna say was that wands,
the wand
wands, yeah. So in 5e, right? Wands are a magic item that has charges. Okay, it has a certain amount of charges. I think the average is around 3, but it depends on the rarity and whatever. You can use those charges.
Well, right?
No, this is 5e. I'm talking about 5e.
Oh, okay.
You use you use a charge to cast a spell or do whatever the wand says you can do, and then it regains all the charges. It regains charges usually after a long rest, or maybe all of them, maybe only some of them, etc. But the big part about a wand is that if you do end up using the last charge, you have to roll to see if the wand disintegrates and falls apart. Right. So if my wand has 3 charges of, let's say, Mage Hand, and I use it once, twice, 3 times all in the same day, after I use it that 3rd time, yes. After I use it the 3rd time in D&D, you have to roll and see if it disintegrates. Now, it's pretty different in Pathfinder, and wands are a lot cooler, and Perry talked about one of those things. So if you cast a thing through a wand in D&D, it usually gives you a DC, right? So the wand will say, like, cast Fireball with DC 13, right? Cast, whatever with DC 15, and it changes with the rarity and everything like that. What a wand in Pathfinder is essentially an item that has a spell that you can cast like a spell, but with the wand. And like Perry says, uses your own stats. So it uses your save DC, it uses your attack if it uses an attack or something like that. Now you only get to use it, I think it's once a day, Dylan. I think that's what it was. You only get to use it once a day. Just, you get to do it and it recharges, after a long rest. But you can use it again, and you roll to see if you can use it again, and then it ups every time you use it. It gets harder and harder to use it, and there's more of a likelihood that the wand's just going to disintegrate and never come back. So it's kind of different. 1 permanent spell slot a day. You can use it twice, but it has a chance of breaking. Okay, so that's what it was. So if you use it a 2nd time, it might break, but you can fix it. If you use it a 3rd time, it might fully disintegrate and you can't fix it. And so it can be
and then, woe is you, no more wand.
Yeah. Now, you do have to be someone that can cast that spell, in your spell list, to use a wand with that spell, right? So it's if I can't cast Fireball, I can't use I can't use a wand that casts Fireball, right? Like that's the difference. So we had a wand of Harm, and Harm is actually able to use to heal Casimir, Fuel King's character, and we have a wand of Harm. However, we only have one person that can use this wand of Harm, and they forgot they had it, and thus never used it. And that would have been really helpful. That would have been really nice.
It was rather unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate. So, yeah, we're doing an item audit Saturday. That's what we're playing. I'm getting a list of everybody's items that they want to make sure that they remember that we have, and it's up on my second screen the whole freaking game. Like, the whole time. We doing it. We going. So, that's
never
that.
Again.
Indeed, never again. Because that also happened in the last campaign, right? In my D&D campaign,
always forgot
about stuff. Constantly forgot about stuff. And I refuse. Not Ostrogor. Ostrogor kept a good list of his own stuff, but I am like, no. Every time I'm like looking at my sheet, because there's a lot of cool shit in Pathfinder that's like mundane, non-magical items that you can have that do wild stuff. So I constantly like look back at my sheet. I'm like, oh my god, can I use this? Can I use this? You know what else we could have used? We could have used those freaking grease bottles, and we could have made him slip because he has trouble getting up because he's a turtle. You know, like we could have done so many things.
You're right.
And I'm very annoyed. But I honestly didn't have a chance because I healed, and I died. So, you know.
I ran in head first, and I was like, oh shit! Whoosh! Up in flames.
Yeah, you're pretty yeah, see, I just remembered those, Perry. I didn't have them. You know, they weren't in my thing. This is why the audit is necessary.
Indeed.
That's why the audit is necessary.
At least we're still alive. That way we can live and learn.
I was close. I would have been very upset if I died. I would have been so incredibly upset if I died.
No, literally, Ori, I'm starting to think you drawing your character on stream and saying, guys, I finally figured out the design for my character.
Yeah.
That was the jinx.
That was the jinx.
That was the jinx that drew the bad luck. Because you planned, this is what my character is going to look like. I'm going to draw them out. And then literally 2 days later, your character's almost dead.
Yeah, well, shush. I won't do it again because since we're at like the end of the beginner's box and like a part of very close to like leveling up, Dylan, who's DMing, because we're all new to the game, has allowed us to essentially rework our characters in a mild way, like changing certain skills or, you know, like switching them out or like, you know, other things, like obviously within the bounds. We're not changing like our entire character or anything like that, but like taking different spells.
We've completed the tutorial.
Yeah. So they're essentially like, you got to try these things out. Like if there was something you didn't use, you know, he's being very nice and allowing us to change those. So I actually learned that stealth is extra super cool in Pathfinder, because it doesn't just help you like there's a lot of rules specific for it, right? But essentially if you attack a creature from stealth that it can't see you, oh, very all right. Damn. Fuel King being the indecisive one this time, I don't know.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
you know,
so
there
when
are a lot of good options in Pathfinder. Like I can see that.
I mean, honestly, you know, I was pretty quick to say Bard's my favorite class in D&D. I'm very quick and probably not wrong to say Summoner is my favorite class in Pathfinder. There's like no question about it. It does everything I want it to do. It is exactly what I want it to do. There's so many options, you know, infinite, almost, you know, effectively infinite replayability, because, you know, you can be anything all the time. Anything and everything all of the time. But yeah.
The world's your oyster.
I see, Fuel King. I see.
Alive.
But so if you attack an enemy from stealth, so you know from is it hidden, Dylan? Is that what it's called? I'm still a little fuzzy on the Pathfinder words because they use like slightly different language. So I'm still trying to get my head around that. But they are what's called flat-footed, where they have a -2 to their AC. A -2, guys. That's incredible.
Damn.
I don't have to have any special, like, Like, I don't have to be a rogue, right? Like, I don't have to have any special feat or something.
You just
Yeah,
are.
okay, so if you attack from hidden or undetected, you get that -2 to the enemy's AC. Hidden makes it harder to hit you. Undetected means they literally can't, essentially. Effectively can't. And so now my Eidolon, my summon, is very, very dexy. And so now that he has training in dex, and then on level 3 he'll get expertise in dex. That means +11 to dex. And
Damn.
yeah. And
So you're gonna be the stealthy one this play session.
well, like Cory will be moderately stealthy. Follow is literally a ghost now, and so he's just gonna be jumping out of the shadows, literally, figuratively, and hitting things left and right, which is really, really nice.
Okay, so what Miss Molly is hearing is that he's really good at playing hide and seek.
Oh
and
yeah,
peekaboo.
incredibly good, amazing, fantastically awesome at it. So that's where we're going. All this talk about this, I was gonna draw a wand, but now I want to finish like Cory.
In honor of her not dying.
Yeah, she deserves it.
She does. She really does.
Okay, I have to figure out where it is, though. That's the true question.
Okay.
We're like, can't find her. Exactly, PCM. Like Cory. Yeah, I'm also like on a character hype right now. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like hype about drawing characters. Recently I was doing like so much sketching. I'm glad you'll be here all week, PCM. We need them jokes.
Oh, absolutely.
And then that means you didn't succumb to the sick, so that's also good.
And we always need to hear about Neffy.
Indeed.
We just care about her too much.
There's specialty wands, Dylan. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah, not yet, PCM. PCM, you gotta come for the chat plays. You gotta get them bingos. That's the way to get them points. Or lurk, of course. Lurking gets them points as well.
Lurking is always an option as well.
You're dying. I know. That's why lurking. You do have an excuse. You got some points yesterday. And PCM.
And there's still a chance on Sunday.
You also, PCM, if you really, really wanted it, you could try and broker points with other people. There's technically nothing stopping you.
Strike up some trade deals.
There's technically nothing stopping you. Yeah. I'm fine with trading. It's points. Yeah, there you go, Dylan. I'm gonna have to blow my nose.
How dare you?
Yeah, you're
on
5th, Dylan.
stream?
Yeah, I know.
For shame, Ori, for shame.
Oh, are you trying to save up a Tathis? Oh, super quick. This isn't a D&D thing, but I'm promoting it because y'all are cool anyway. The comic is up and available. Why am I only on one?
That's a fantastic
really
question.
No. It's here. It's just not on. It's very weird. But yeah, you can click any one of those links of where you want to leave the so it's not, you can't read it yet, PCM, but you can like subscribe or follow or whatever the platform you want says.
We haven't uploaded an episode yet, but we've episoded. Oh God.
Yeah,
we've
I'm sorry,
episoded
PCM.
and upload. Yes, that's totally what I wanted to say.
Yeah, so
we've uploaded not an episode, but a coming soon.
Yeah, so you can't. I'm sorry, PCM. You can't read it until the 30th. That's still the thing. But what you can do is you can subscribe, follow, whatever, to make sure that you are getting that notification.
The day it comes out.
Exactly. The second it comes out, you'll be notified. And that's the
join this journey.
That's what's pogging.
Indeed.
But yeah. So Mars, we already have 8 subscribers on Webtoon. Yeah.
A couple of some of my personals, good friends of mine, actually subscribed once I
Nice.
made an announcement, and I was like, "Oh my god, you guys are
I'm so
incredible,
excited.
and I'm going to cry."
I'm so excited.
If any happen to join stream tonight, hi, how are ya? Love ya.
All right, we have to talk about like Corey's hair.
Oh
I'm
yes,
not
I don't think
exactly
we
sure.
got very far on like Hori's hair.
No, we literally got through the clothes and the body shape, and that was it. Now it's on to like Corey's hair. But I'm not exactly sure.
Well,
how
what are
I
you
want it.
feeling? A shortcut or
I
something
don't know.
long that can put an updo?
I was kind
What's
of
your usual
slightly
style?
inspired by Erina from Food Wars with her like little side things because they gave me like arachnid
Mandible
vibes. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I can see that.
Petapout vibes. Let me get a picture of Erina up because I want to see exactly what she looked like. But
Oh my god.
I was kind of looking at that. Oh yeah.
Like Ori is so
Speaking
much
of crap.
nicer than she is, though.
Oh yeah, you know, I can't take inspiration from her design.
Well, the design is good. I will
That's
say
all
the
I
design
want.
is
It's literally just that, like, I was watching it today and was like, okay, that's kind of like a good vibe. Was kind of having these like little hair doohickeys.
To be fair, there were a lot of good haircuts in Food Wars.
Yeah, my biggest thing is that technically, like Corey, you know, I'm kind of stretching it a little bit with like Corey's legs already. Like technically, like Corey shouldn't look like a spider at all in humanoid form, and so I'm really trying to push spider vibes with with the rest of it, the clothing, the hair.
Yeah. Which makes
Do I
total
remember
sense.
what happened last time, PCM?
Oh boy.
It was 2 sessions ago. You can't remember what happened in your campaign 2 sessions ago?
That's already
we did the ball.
She can't remember.
Oh no, I can't. I'm sorry, PCM. I don't remember exactly where we left off.
Hi, Anima.
I don't exactly remember. I know we had all of the ball stuff. We got through the ball stuff. There's lots of trauma. Yeah, we had Vanessa very dead, very sad.
Yeah, Vanessa, rest in peace to a queen.
What? Then they went and they did something else. They like left. They were chasing something. Am I recalling that right?
Is it?
It's not a mustache anima. I'm trying to do like a hairstyle that reminds me of mandibles.
Yes, petty pops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, good. See, I remember. I just feel like I don't remember. You know, that's the vibe.
That's just your brain tricking you, Ori. Oh God, this one line. Why?
Yeah, because I haven't had time to work on it at all, Anima, because you know comic stuff coming out. Been very busy. Am I gonna have to look up that lady again?
Which lady?
The spider monster harem lady?
Probably.
Anime spider.
At this point, I just have her saved if you're using her as a reference.
It's more just like I'm curious what they do with her hair. It's very bland, if I'm being honest. It's not particularly cool. It's just kind of straight down, like a curtain. Yeah. Kind of boring. Not what I want.
I would say the arena, like with the little bits sticking out, is the vibe.
Well, I definitely want the little bits sticking out. I don't think I want the rest of her hair, though. I don't particularly like the rest of the vibe with it, is my problem.
Well, the rest of her hair is kind of like, long.
It's kind of like weird. She's got like a short in front, long in back bit, and it's like, And I don't know if I'm feeling it.
Okay, so what if you mix the little bits of Irina's hair with like the kind of buns that the other girl has, like the one with the Leia buns? So like you got a
Yuki?
little bit. Yeah.
Maybe.
Like you got a little bit up and out of the way, and then you got a little bit kind of down, resembling spider anatomy.
Okay.
Oops, that's not what I want to do.
Uncertain. I'm not a particular fan of the buns. Now I'm just trying the character I did before, Dylan.
Okay, this does not look great. What did I do wrong?
I'm curious about this tavern gain anima. My nose is like not wanting to cooperate today.
What's not cooperating?
My nose. It's just being like
Well,
suddenly acting up.
throw it out, get a new one.
God,
That's
I
all
wish.
you can do. No, honestly, I don't know if there's like more allergens in the air or whatever, but my nose is going
Yes,
crazy
Dylan.
for the last 2 weeks, you guys, and I have no idea why.
No, it is, I don't know. It's just being weird. Okay. Yeah, I really like her things, but I don't like them, like, I don't like them with the rest of her hairstyle, if I'm being honest. So I'm trying to, like, get, like, the part that I want without the rest of the weird wispies that she's got going on.
Gotcha. Okay, well, it wouldn't work with Megumi's hairstyle. I'm trying to think of other female characters that have cool hair.
I'm also just unable to do it right now, apparently. Come here.
Although you also said you were kind of going for like a non-binary look
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
What about like no, that would be too much. That would be too much. Because I was gonna suggest like remember Rayo's undercut?
Oh, Ray from
Ray,
yeah.
not Rayo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember his like
With the ponytail?
undercut?
Yeah.
And when he takes the ponytail out, you have the puffs like covering everything else.
Uh-huh.
So it's like serious.
Well, you
mode and
don't
then
see
not
the
serious
undercut.
mode. Exactly.
Honestly, that was beautiful design. That was gorgeous. Because when you see him at the beginning, it's like, damn, but then you're like, wait, it's this guy?
Like, ooh,
So
he cleans
good.
up well.
It does,
For
yeah.
those of you who do not know what we're talking about, there is an anime called Buddy
Yes.
Daddies.
Yeah.
Buddy Daddies. Basically, think Spy and Family, but it's two guys instead.
Yeah. It's very funny. It just started coming out.
Yeah, it came out last Saturday, and the first episode is fantastic.
It's very
done
good.
by the same people who did Opera Ranman, so I am on cloud 9 right now.
We're just like, how do I get Spider out of this?
Okay, I cannot get this pupil to
Only
do what I
3
need it to
days?
do.
Oof. Only 3 days.
Holy crow.
I'm like in a state right now. It's funny that you talk about time-related stress, PCM, because I'm constantly in this, like, the launch day of the comic isn't happening soon enough, and oh my god, it's too soon.
It's like right around the corner.
It's like, oh my god, it's here, and also like, why isn't it here yet? And it's just like, I'm ready, but I'm also really not ready, and I don't even know.
Are you ready to have some more fans, Ori? People who want to know more about these characters?
I'm ready.
All right, then.
I'm ready for that, but I'm not ready for, like, the, oh god, you know, now it's actually, like, matters that I work on the comic all the time.
It's like, oh crap, we actually gotta keep up with this now.
And, like, you know, promo stuff and all that sort of thing.
Well, again, I told you, just send those flats to me. I can probably bang them
I
out real
already
quick.
flatted Ferrix. I will admit that at a certain point, I'm just like, I never get to color them. I want to color them.
I mean, that's true, too. That's definitely true.
Okay.
That's a better shadow. Thank you for cooperating, Pen.
I could do it that way, or I could do it
Okay.
this
nice.
way. Ooh, maybe that's better. Hair kind of like that. Where is the tool that I want? This one.
Okay, that's how many panels have I done?
Split it in half.
3. Okay, here comes the 4th panel. For those of you who can't tell, I am working on the comic tonight. I gotta get my 5-panel quota in for the day.
That's interesting, Anima. Is it kind of like, how do you decide what creatures?
Ooh.
Like you, the DM. Yes, you may name the gods.
Absolutely, PCM. Please do.
it was like I wanted to work on this, but it's just not happening as well, you know?
The inspiration is just struggling.
Sometimes.
Well, what do you envision when you're picturing like Ori?
Very little, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah, because...
That's not helpful.
No, it's very much not. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. You just gotta move on. But it's not like I'm not particularly feeling the catchling gun either. You know, so it's like, yeah.
Oh. That's a pretty sweet deal.
Oh, that's interesting, Anima. Damn. Only 20 gold for fighting all these things. I don't know. It's a lot of things.
Hey, 20 gold is 20 gold.
It's funny, PCM. We were talking about like balancing plot and downtime, and it really feels when you tell your campaign, it really feels like oops, all plot. It feels like everything is constantly connected. Oh, that's interesting, Anima. It gives me like Pokemon vibes, right? Where it's like, oh, you die, but you don't really die.
It's an interesting vibe. I wonder if it's going to play any larger role in the story.
I think it just, yeah. Tavern games, or maybe it is a vehicle. Maybe someone has a gambling problem, who knows?
Oh, they can revive Vanessa?
That would be good.
I'd like to see her come back.
That's an interesting stipulation, though. Get some dirt or kill someone.
Both are moral choices. Choose
Indeed.
which one.
Hmm.
Oh no. Poor Boxic.
He's not particularly naturey, I guess.
I was about to say, it's either nature or survival checks.
Ooh, okay.
That sounds like an experience, Anima.
Yeah, it's fake life or death. Play life or death. But it feels like real life or death.
But no one's actually in danger.
Not right then, no.
I always wondered, because I've seen shows that do it too. How do you keep the tension in plot lines that, you know, it's happening somewhere else, like the powers, the injuries and everything, and when you return to the real world, it manifests as like maybe a paper cut or something. How do you keep the tension going when dire consequences are not
I think you only get it
dire?
once, because Anima said like they don't know, right? Like they don't know the first time. So I think it's very difficult, but you only get it once, right? In like a RPG thing. Otherwise somebody has to be really, really, really good at, you know, sort of putting that out of their mind, like a character, because if you were to do that in like a show or something, you would play it as like when you get, you know, sort of Rick and Morty does it a little bit with like certain of the games that they have at Blitz and Chits, where it's like you're essentially VR immersed fully, like you think you are this person and you live the life of this person, and then suddenly you wake up and you're like yourself again, and you're like, what the hell, and you're kind of disoriented or whatever, but it's a game. But if you were to go back in, like, you would have the same experience. You wouldn't know you're in a game suddenly, because that's not how the machine works. So that's how you would probably do it in like a show. But in RP, I think you'd have to have people who are like really good at playing it, you know, that very specific way. And I don't think everybody is. But you do get one. So make it count.
It's just such a hard concept to play around with. I always find it impressive when people find a way to pull it off.
I mean, imagine if we fought Bowser, right? And it was all intense and everything, but let's say we failed, and then, you know, it was all a dream or something, right?
And you wake up and you smell Mawio's bread downstairs.
Yeah.
You just had a premonition.
Yeah. Exactly. But then it kind of is interesting because then if like you say how it's like it's a premonition, right? Then we would always have for that scenario the like, oh god, is this real or is this a dream? You know, so then at that point it's sort of like it's always intense because you never know when the real
Well,
one
you couldn't
is.
trust what's real and what isn't.
Exactly. And yeah, Anima says so if they never die, they'll never know. So you get one death.
And then that's it. No more. Your card is full.
The death card. The death calling card. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was going to look something up and then I got sidetracked. I was going to look up webtoon about bugs. That's it. Found it. Okay. They like to give spiders very similar hair. Why is this the spider hairstyle? I don't know.
Here, show what you're looking at.
Let me get it all nice and big. So there's a webtoon.
Comes back soon. They need more information.
There's a webtoon that's called Bugtopia, and it's all centered around this cute little spider family. But like, this is also the same hairstyle as that spider harem lady anime person. Like, it's almost identical.
What about the spider family from Demon Slayer? Remember Rui's hair?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not sure if that's the vibe you're going for, but that was very stylized.
Spider, Demon Slayer. Nice,
Congrats,
PCM. Ah, see, the stars aligned.
That's awesome. Stars really did. Incredible. I bet you caught them off guard.
Yes, I'm definitely not going that route, birthday. Okay, they get sort of these, like... The mother has these sort of, like, ties in the front with stuff, but not really any bangs. Yeah, his are very, like, anime, you know, vibes, where it's like they kind of come around, but hair wouldn't really work that way. The scariest one has sort of just like a buzz cut. The father just has general long hair. Yeah. Nothing crazy, if I'm being honest.
God damn. I guess I remembered it being more interesting.
His comes around, like, you know, like in a bunch of curves towards his face, so it kind of gives like a mild illusion of a spider coming out from his head and like putting its legs around it, but I wouldn't say it's particularly like what I'm going for. His mother has like, instead of these two little like curved bits that I've been trying to do, hers kind of comes down like this into two little like pigtail balls like this, and then she has like a ton of hair in the back, and I don't think I'm going for a ton of hair in the back. Oh, I don't... fun doesn't sound nice, PCM.
That fun has me very nervous.
It does. It has me very, very nervous. Your fun is concerning always. Okay, that's more what I want. Whoops. Oh, I'm concerned. I'm PCM. You're doing me a concern.
PCM, you're really.
I'm not.
This isn't boding well.
I don't like this.
All right,
it was human leather.
Paper on their own aren't terrible.
I don't like it.
What do say.
It feels ominous, the way PCM led up to it. See,
It's
PCM...
incredibly ominous.
That's, see, you know, who needs like foreshadowing or anything, or like flowery words, when you can just make it a point to
everyone.
make it a point that all of your player character, you know, the player characters are not safe ever, and then just saying like, now it gets fun is terrifying.
Ever safe when you're playing D&D? Like, you could always die. You don't have plot armor.
Yeah, God. See, I want plot armor. Give me plot armor. I will still get stressed. I'll still get stressed, I promise. Okay? Like Mars showed me an anime.
Are we going to be friends?
Mars showed me an anime, and Mars specifically told me, one, it's a happy ending, two, like, character who dies come back, like, all this stuff. It still hurts! It still hurts!
Oh yeah, it still hurts.
Yeah, Dylan, you're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Banned. So she has spoken.
Dylan, can I ask you a question? I'm very curious. If you want to answer, as you don't have to answer, I will judge you, but you don't have to answer. If like Corey did indeed have died, would you have like done anything?
I mean,
like,
it was
would
the
you have
tutorial level.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the tutorial. Would you have like given us the opportunity to revive her or anything like that, or would you have literally
it's
just
the
been
gamer
like,
moment. Get good. You died on the tutorial.
Literally though. Yeah, or would you have done that? I'm mostly just curious. And you are allowed to say no, but you will be judged.
I choose the next words very carefully.
Oh, goodness. What is this letter, PCM? The suspense.
The suspense. Seriously. I cannot deal with so many heart palpitations in 1 week. This cannot be healthy. I need to speak to my doctor, PCM.
You're right. And Food Wars was particularly nerve-wracking today. Twice, huh?
Food Wars is such a good example of, you know, the main character is going to make it because the plot would end if he didn't.
But they change how.
They still keep you on edge and worried for him.
Yeah. Because they change how.
That's some damn good writing.
It's very
That's some
good.
damn good writing. A bounty poster? Oh, what's the description?
Oh no, is it Neffy's description? I don't want it to be Neffy's description.
No. And nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
Yeah. Okay, alright. I accept, Dylan. I accept. Second question. Was that built into the beginner's box, or was that a you thing?
Oh, that's not good, PCM. That's not great. That's not good. Why?
Yeah, it's Neffy. Oh, very kind of you, Dylan. I appreciate it. You know what? You got points back. You get points back.
You know what,
okay?
PCM? Now Neffy has a wanted poster just like the character in the anime Ori just mentioned, so...
Yes.
We really got a theme going here.
We always have a theme. God, we watch that and then mushrooms, and we watch it and then wanted posters.
Wanted soft people.
Okay.
Wanted soft.
I
wanted to say soft boys, and then I was like, nope, Neffy's not a boy.
We were close. I mean, with our anime, we do have a trend, but...
Oh, we definitely. Let me
I'm liking the vibe of this.
Oh, let me see.
But I'm uncertain.
Ooh. Oh, that's neat.
I'm uncertain how I want to deal with this part.
That save. To be fair, and to give her credit, I would panic too.
Everyone would panic. Would Miss Molly panic? I don't know.
Oh, what did I just do? Idiot.
Okay.
I just made Hotzen's skin his jacket color. I'm like,
it's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. Don't hurt yourself. That's like coloring Aster's hair base color the wrong one. They're very similar. I don't know. In that small little square, they're very similar, but when you put it on the character, it's like, wait.
When you put it on the character, it's like, nope, this is blatantly wrong.
It's so funny because it's like because I make the colors on the character, right? Like I don't make the little palette and then putting it in the palette. And it's like, why do these look so similar in the palette when they look so different on the character? I don't understand.
I know, right? Well, that's why I have my system. It's like, okay,
Oh,
top
what
to bottom,
PCM?
and that's the order my palette.
If Neffy knows, we should know. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this bang bit.
PCM, that's just cruel. How could you do this to us? I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed.
The way that it's done here is kind of like... Is it her parents? Is it her family? It's her family. It's my vote. My vote is Neffy's family.
I'd put money on it.
Yeah, the sip's the tea. I don't know. That's pretty telling, PCM. The sipping of the tea.
Sipping of tea, you might as well say you're guilty.
Yeah, yeah. It's the most used emoji in my chat. Is the tea sipper. And it's all PCM.
I mean, tea sipper is a vibe. Come on.
Oh, it's a vibe. I'm not saying it's not a vibe.
Brady on
hard to tell.
Brow.
Okay, see, I like the idea of the bang covering the eye, but I can't make it end how I want it to end. That's where I'm at right now.
How are you thinking of ending it? That's the question.
Or, I usually like stuff sort of hanging up front over the shoulder. Okay, that was nice. I don't know how, okay, that was nice. It just happened, okay.
You know what? Don't question it.
I ain't gonna question it.
That's pretty damn good.
Because we got that.
That's not what I wanted to do. Why did that happen?
This.
Weird. Okay. Anywho.
Okay, yeah, we'll give it a little skloop. Skloop the bloop, and the hoop doop. Yay, I get to pass the cliffhanger. Woo! No ominous footsteps. Ending.
Oh, yay! I guess your DM was kind this week, huh? Or last week, maybe. Whichever week.
Thankfully, Dylan. I don't think Dylan has left us on any horrible, deathly cliffhanger. But of course, I still want to play the game. I'm raring to play the game.
That's the only cliffhanger involved.
Yeah, I know you had to wait, PCM. That's audio's fault. Blame audio. That you can't not blame audio. You know what I'm saying?
We saw our episode in Neffy. And now we're all good for next week.
No.
Oh, dear.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, the question now is how long with the hair? Do I bring it past here?
It's starting to look like Pau.
It is?
With the hair. You really went for Pau, huh?
I didn't mean to. I think I like it that length, though. Do I want this in front?
Yeah, I bet Mushu has a lot of questions.
Oh yeah, we want this in front. It gives legs vibes.
Oh, I have no idea how I did that, but that is the perfect eye. Thank you, art gods.
You're growing as an artist.
Mom has been testing me this week. I swear.
Okay, I like this. I feel like that's pretty, androgynous-ish.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, she sneaks away. That's good. That's a good one.
That was probably the smartest thing she could do.
It was definitely the smartest thing to do.
That scenario. Credit where it is due.
I do have to figure out the tattoo, though.
It's on the shoulder, right?
It's gonna be like I want it to be pretty large, so like kind of like shoulder chest area.
Does the tattoo look like your Eidolon, or is it something that
Dylan
represents your
suggested
Eidolon?
that. I, one, don't exactly know what he looks like yet, and two, personally, I'm not a fan of, at very least, drawing those kind of tattoos. I'm definitely more of like a pattern person, you know? So it's like...
So, like symbolic meaning?
Yeah, I think like the pattern, more aesthetic tattoos are cooler, in my opinion.
I see. Criminy.
But we'll have to see. This is definitely probably the like the most in-depth character design I've done in a while. Of like designing a character. Since I've like really tried to design a character, yeah.
Okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Oops, that's not fine.
That's not fine.
Yep, that's not fine either.
What are you doing to the boys, Mars? How could you?
I am trying to give Hudson his stripies.
Hello, Audio.
But Atera is not cooperating. Hey, Audio.
Audio, I'm guessing it's Neffy's parents. That's my vote on who put out the wanted poster.
I am also leaning toward Neffy's
parents. Or like family, you know.
I think we have good reason to believe
Audio,
that.
how could you leave PCM on such a horrible cliffhanger? What have you done to them?
That too
Didn't
cruel.
sleep for a week. That's, you know, that's why PCM is still sick. Didn't get any good sleep for this cliffhanger.
Then inflicts the trauma onto us. That's their coping method.
You're so happy, excuse me. Yeah, we know, Audio. We know. Oh, we know you love torturing. That's not a...
It's no secret here, believe you me.
Dylan, are you still here? Dylan, would you be upset if I gave... like Corey multiple eyes right now, or no? Or is that a no-go? I can't do that now.
Why no multiple eyes?
Again, because technically they look a very specific way, based, you know, on like the lore and everything, and hybrid is like a trait I can get, which I promise I will get either way because I really want it. But
so think
if you're
of this
here,
as preparation for the future.
Answer me. Interesting. A vampire guy, grand. Yay! I promise I will take hybrid. I pinky swear. I don't get it to level 5, I think, but I pinky swear.
Yeah, no
maybe even higher than
now,
that.
Ori. You've committed.
Whenever I can take hybrid, I promise it will happen.
He's gonna hold you to that.
He will. He will. I want my character to look cool. I want my boy to look cool. They're everything. Okay. How do I want the eyes to be?
These are some rough hair stripes, but I think I just kind of gotta go with it. I'll clean them up a little bit. Yeah, I just gotta go with this.
Scorpity borp.
Alright, it's not terrible.
Someone drew lady,
it.
What's her name? The big vampire lady as like a spider lady combined. I actually think it's the artist who drew that that webtoon I just showed with the spider. They drew Lady Dimitrescu.
Oh, Dimitrescu?
Yeah, Dimitrescu.
Resident Evil, right?
Yeah. The big vampire lady that everybody wanted to be stepped on by.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. How do I want the eyes?
Oh, I'm almost at my quota for 5 panels.
Very nice. Yeah, that's the vamp. I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit sometimes. Okay, a little too slanted there. There we go. That I like. And then we gotta have a little, I like a little under eye one. In the corner. That's one of my favorites. Like that. Beauteous. And then the question is a top eye. We could. We certainly could. I'm uncertain.
It's most definitely an option.
Oh, the Dragonborn. Okay, we're getting back at the red talons, though. And cultists. Good, good. Alright. Definitely gotta have a nose. Now, the question is, I did this eye. So I think no true eyebrow. That's where we're going here.
I think you're right.
But we do need a little eyelid line. And that's the deal there.
Oh my gosh! Ori!
What?
You know Art of Sandra on Instagram?
Yeah.
Flamecraft 2!
Oh, damn. Do you hear that,
Early
Dylan?
concept art.
Flamecraft 2.
Early concept art was posted. It's beautiful.
Dang.
It's got this whole mural look going on. Really interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
I wonder what it could be about. Maybe we move from monopolizing a town to monopolizing
Like a city?
multiple cities. Yes.
It's our towns.
Multiple towns.
Okay.
Oh, that's that poor somebody. No, they don't really have much of a choice. I feel like they got one or two options here.
Yeah,
One
the
of them
vampire is
got
rough.
murdered.
Okay. So that means we can have fangs. Gotta have them fangs. And I'm not talking about the vampire, but...
Everyone needs fangs.
Everyone needs a little fangs.
It's just, it's a good look. It works on everyone.
Yes, good. I don't want Neffy fighting a vampire alone. Then we're having issues.
No, that is cause for concern. That is major cause for concern.
Okay. I think we're good here. I don't know why this arm is very thin.
Now, I will say I don't recall that. If that's new information,
Where are we? Where are we? Recalling.
The noble in the room is the same one that made the deal with Monty to help with Vanessa.
Oh.
Know that? Well, based on your reaction, I'm gonna say no.
That's just from this one. Well, we didn't know that it was this, like... I know the noble.
But did we know it was the same one?
No, we do now.
Okay, well, there you go.
I also think the only Moonpaw finally noticed, you know? That's what I'm getting out of the whole thing. Okay.
Oh, I see.
See, that's what, see? See, I know what's going on. I'm here. I'm hip.
You're pouring so much love and care into like Corey. Just want to make sure you're able to still follow the story.
Okay.
Ah, man, they both did. Oh, no!
Not an ouchie! I hate ouchies.
Yeah, that's a big ouchie. I don't know if it was big as our ouchies, but ouchies are never fun.
Okay. Think I gotta do... Follow's gonna have some sort of his tattoo. Is gotta gonna have.
Right.
Is
Back
gotta
to
gonna
it.
have.
Oh, this is a big panel. Okay. Just take it one thing
Only
at a
for the DM, Dylan. Only for the DM. No one else.
Oh, crud.
Yeah, we'll make it right. And we have
Crud.
this.
Pen
Not just
or
down.
hand, whichever is betraying me at the moment.
I'm sorry, not just down? Not just downed.
Wait, not downed? What? I'm sorry, excuse me?
What?
What?
I don't like this. Audio. Bad audio. Slap slap. No.
Audio, what are you doing?
You can't kill the noof. Alright.
Audio, I'm sorry, you are free to do what you want, but that particular move right there is illegal. In which case, you cannot do what you want.
Can't do that one thing. Not allowed. And the yet concerns me.
Oh dear.
Yets always concern me.
Yets are never promising.
They're not.
Yets never mean anything good.
Yets do not. Oh, great. Yay.
Oh, all right then.
Okay.
Line, please. I'm begging.
You're dying here. I'm begging you to put your loving hands out, baby.
Most of you in chat are artists, so I'm sure you can relate. Like, lining and coloring is literally just drawing and then erasing the same line over and over until you're happy with it.
That is most art. Forget lining and color. That is all art.
And, like, I am not happy with any of these lines I'm producing so far. I'm just like, nah! Okay, got one.
Goodness gracious. At least she's alive.
Oh, thank RNGesus.
Okay. Now I get to go on the internet and look up mushroom tattoos.
Oh my god. Wow, you really were inspired today.
What? No, Unfollow's always been a mushroom.
Yeah.
No, it's true. From day one, Unfollow is named after a mushroom, the ghost mushroom.
I know, I'm just teasing.
It's more like you knew that I would like Saibakui Visco because
I did,
of the
'cause
mushrooms. Like, yeah.
It's not like they played a small role either. They
Oh,
played
no,
a huge
very
part.
important. Our boy is a mushroom now, so you know.
Oh my god, I'm getting those light novels as soon as I can. I need to know what becomes of them.
Hopefully it's what we want.
Okay, hopefully we could get something out of Ishi.
I just don't want Vanessa to die, okay? I don't want it to happen. It'd be very sad.
Sad.
Okay, these mushroom tattoos are not what I want. Let's look at the ghost mushroom.
Ishi is a changeling.
Oh.
Mind blown.
Damn, that's neat though. Like that.
I mean, for anyone who saw our ranking last week, both of us like changelings, so yeah,
okay.
That's pretty good.
Tattoo glows in the dark because the mushroom glows in the dark.
Yes. Oh, that's the ticket.
Okay.
Get that sweet, sweet bioluminescence.
Oh yeah. Oh heck, yuck. Scoobity boop. Yes, that is good news, and I think Monty needs an uplift.
He really does.
Poor Monty.
I just feel bad for him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he needs it. I would give him my blood. He needs it. Okay.
You poggin indeed, PCM. You poggin indeed. I'm glad he has hope again.
Me too, me too.
What are you without hope?
Sad.
Just a sad little meat sack.
Very, very sad little meat sack. Okay, see, I had an idea, but I'm not sure. Of course we would like to know.
Absolutely. Is that a trick question?
Yeah, don't ask stupid
No, don't ask questions you know the answer to.
There you go. Okay, here we go.
Oh, what am I doing? That's not hair.
Okay, we'll wait impatiently.
If we must, we must. Rather unfortunate if you ask me, but there it is.
Oh. This makes it extra sad, but I hope she gets revived.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay.
Oh, Monty.
Yeah, it's very sad. About to propose dies. No!
But she can be revived.
Hopefully, yeah, that's what we're trying. We're working for it.
I refuse any other ending. Angst should be reserved for fan fictions. It's not meant to be canon.
Angst should be resolved.
Well, that too.
Saibakui had angst. It could be resolved. It was resolved.
We had angst. Let me tell you, not every series can get away with, and then we resurrected our main character.
That is very true.
Like, not every series can pull that off.
No.
It's really hard to do.
It is.
Although I will say Attack on Titan also got away with it. No, I don't think Bleach had anything like that. Hunter got away with it.
Okay, there's a lot that got away with it. As long as they don't mess up, they're good. Okay, good.
Yeah, I can't think of any more, but I'm sure I will eventually.
Interesting. It's less common for a wanted poster to be alive. Interesting.
Oh. Huh. The more you know. I certainly did not.
No, not feeling it. Okay, new one. New attempt.
Sometimes that's art as well. Of course you choose to autosave right now.
Yes.
I really liked that line too.
Did you undo? What
I was in the middle of drawing it, and then it popped up with the autosave, so it stopped drawing.
I see.
Dang it!
I was like, how does that interrupt your line? And now you have told me.
Well, that is how. It literally interrupts my line.
Yeah. Okay, no.
Every failed line is a chance to get better.
That's very true. Vibe is not happening. You You know what? I have to stop looking at Google and I have to start looking at Pinterest.
Sometimes that's a trick. It matters what source you use.
Oh, no. It very much does. Mushroom tattoo. Like, I want to say they're all lame. They're not lame. They're just not what I want.
Well, what are you envisioning here?
I like patterns, but I want to somehow make it, like, mushroom adjacent, I guess. And when you get mushroom tattoos, they're just, you know, they're just things, right? They're images. I want like a...
It's like a full-on mushroom.
I want like a vibe, you know, if that makes more sense.
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like it's one of those things where I wouldn't understand until I see it. Because then I'll probably be like, oh yeah,
if you've seen all the magic tattoos that I have drawn before, right? Like, that's the vibe that I like, is where it's like a pattern, but it sort of has like a meaning to it, right? Like, so the ink for the Eldritch, you know, brand is sort of being like tainted, right? And then like the War Master's Pauldron is supposed to look like armor, like a chest plate portion, like a shoulder plate portion, like a bracer.
I mean, the detail is your trademark.
Oh my god. Damn, PCM going full out.
What's happening here?
Going full out with the RP. Whew.
Oh, jeez.
You know, impressive. You know, props. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man. I am concerned. Nothing has changed.
Tattoo pattern. No. Okay, let's just look up magic tattoo. Oh, that one's good.
Oh, there you go.
That one's nice. That one's not what I want. That one's very much not what I want. Some of them are like too random for me. And all these look like pinstriped car things, which are cool, but not exactly what I want.
That's not the vibe.
They're definitely cool, though. I will say, this artist is very cool. Do they have an Instagram? Not ones. Let's go to Instagram.
Oh, you gonna show off an artist for us?
Well, we'll see if they have an Instagram, easy. Search. Not ones. Oh. They do. Okay, they've done a lot of tattoos and a lot of other random stuff. A tic-tac tattoo? I mean, nice.
I love it.
You know? Like, it's cool, but it's not exactly what I'm going for right now. Yo, Dylan. Oh.
I'm just gonna draw on top of the hand and then
yeah, you know, Monty's nice. I like Monty.
I like Monty.
He better not betray anyone.
I think he deserves to be happy as long as he is a friend to the group.
Yeah, as long as he remains good. Okay. Yes, Dylan, that's where that word came from, I believe, actually. But, yeah, that's the same root. And that's why we think mushrooms look like that. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. No! The evil,
man.
no!
Ah, man!
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that does not bode well.
Audio, you said they'd be fine if they didn't mess up. How have they messed up? It's not their fault.
Literally.
Almost looks like a loofah.
Bad. Well, that was a wild ride from start to finish.
Yee.
Me, oh my.
Oh, peace. Oh, audio. They haven't messed up yet. This is how
Both-
it's supposed
both
to
of you.
go.
No,
Pain.
no, both of you. We can't just blame one. It's a 50-50, remember?
Yeah, it is a 50-50. You know, I'm curious. I'm curious, guys, about your group. About your group is what's the word? Are the rest of the player characters, do they have as like traumatic backstories as Neffy? And then follow-up question to that, do they have as much issues going? Yes, there is a meme chat. It's called one that I never use, so I don't remember the name. It's in cafe, and it's called Refrigerator Door. Refrigerator Door.
Yeah. Yep, that's the memes.
I have added you there, audio, so you can find it. But yeah, so is your party, is everybody else as like trauma filled and ridden and having things happen to them, or is it mainly just Neffy, and is that just because Neffy gave you like the most material to work with?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how that balance goes.
Oomba's a bear, that's it! Oh goodness. I mean vibe though. Like my characters don't have a lot of backstory ever. I'm just curious as to how ham audio goes on other people. Nice, okay. Oh god, sorry. I hit my mic.
Oh,
for water.
I mean, how dare you?
I see. Okay, so this is just the Neffy arc right now.
Ah, I see.
Okay, this is not what I
want.
want.
Heck of an arc.
Yeah. Bamboo dancing mushrooms is what they're called. These mushrooms that Dylan sent me.
Ooh. Oh wow, like... really, audio? I find that so hard to believe and also scary.
Oh, that's horrifying though.
Yeah, ain't it?
That's oof. I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe it's the colors. Yes. Sorry, audio. Never mind. It's no longer a problem.
Well then. Oh, Discord. Why?
What is Discord doing to you?
So it keeps having pop-ups, and my computer is a little on the slower side than what would be considered typical. So when I'm coloring something and I suddenly get a notification,
you can turn those off.
Those down. I usually do. It must have come back on. I think I muted it for like 24 hours yesterday when it was driving me crazy.
I'm not even saying like mute like you can turn those specific pop-offs off. So that like you still get Discord notifications, like the little things, but like it turns off.
No actual pop-up.
Yeah, no actual pop-ups.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Let's look at this meme.
Uh.
Oh my god.
It shall be glorious. I need to see this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
How could you do this? See, you know, everybody's in agreement.
How could you? Seriously, how could you? Betrayal. Betrayal. Of the highest degree.
Oh my goodness.
So, Ori, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I am coloring in Houghton after his very first nightmare. Do you have a color in mind for the blanket, or do you just want me to leave it so you can
just
color?
leave it. I'll deal with it.
All right.
It's gorgeous.
Because I'm doing the thing where I'm relying on my layers and stuff is going like over into the next thing.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about it. You know, it can be messy. I'll deal with it. Let me just reward TD Pod for their canceling their D&D Beyond thing.
Oh yes, bravo, bravo.
I have too many cave pictures. Oh my god.
Cave pictures?
Yeah, Dylan and I went to a cave.
Oh yeah, so... that I know, but I was like, is that the reward for canceling?
No, it was a doggo.
Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure I read that as pets.
Yes, yes.
I don't think I was that tired.
No, it's more just like, oof, you know?
Oof, indeed. Whole situation is oof.
So they're taking even longer to start? A new campaign? Or the same campaign? I see, audio. That's, you know, it's 50-50. Sometimes you gotta admit that you do it too, okay?
Do what to?
Traumatize Neffy. There's certain times when it's without a doubt audio's fault, but I will say, PCM started it. There's no doubt.
I mean, who writes the backstory? Who's in charge of all of that?
I think PCM. Solely PCM.
Yeah. So you gotta take some blame.
This is what I'm saying. Oh, is it? What? It's so mean.
Out there.
Yeah, me too. Why are you so mean? What's wrong? She's not. She's a lovely little ASMR.
Noof.
That's the word that I want. ASMR.
Little noof.
Nerd is fine. But she doesn't deserve to be a freak. How could she?
I mean, we're all nerds here. If that were
true,
we'd all be freaks.
This is very true. I don't know. Not vibing. The smallest bean? Lycori's large. Lycori is not a small bean.
No. That honor goes to Miss Molly.
Miss Molly is tiny. Very
tiny. Although, smallest in the group, probably Hyba.
Well, I mean, you
that
can't ferret, but, you know. It's like a dog to you. That's how a ferret compared to you is like a dog to a regular person. Not you, Mars, you, Miss Molly.
I'm sorry, what are you implying here? You're implying I'm short?
I'm implying Miss Molly is very short, yes.
You sure it's just Miss Molly? Ah, crap.
Oh my god, there's too many things going on. Freaking Discord just blew up with all of the OGL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so many
Our
Discords.
server?
Mars is, oh, see, Dylan's making fun of your, not ours, just all of my Discords in general. Dylan's making fun of your height too, Mars. Monkey's paw, yeah. My goodness, you're getting roasted in the chat, Mars. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, okay?
Alright, at least audio has the decency to say fun-sized. That doesn't sound negative. Like, there's no negative connotation there. I'll take that.
I'm sorry, Dylan's far below. I hear it in your voice.
Far? Like 4 inches. That's not far.
It's so very funny. When Mars and I hang out, we're like sitting 99% of the time. So it's like I don't even think about it. There's like no concept. Oh, you're very, very fun. Okay, there you go. The
that.
further below 5'6", the more fun you are.
Who worked out that math? Where's the science behind that one?
You don't want to be more fun?
No, I do want to be more fun.
Then shush.
Where's the science?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're more fun. You're more fun.
This sounds like a get out of jail free card you're trying to play. Get out of trouble card.
Yeah, exactly, Dylan, exactly. No, I guess we'll have to wait until I make them follow. Because the tattoo just ain't happening the way.
Oh no.
The way that I want it to be.
Okay, what the hell did I do here? Oh, right. Okay.
Dylan, my question for you is when you made the Cattling gun, did you have an idea of what a multi-barreled wand looks like? Because I don't know if I do. But we'll see. We'll give it an attempt. Oh, audio spam the memes? I have memes muted. So I never see the memes. I mean, accurate. Oh, the Gru one is my favorite. I love the Gru one.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta see this.
They're very funny.
The guy getting tossed out of the window is me and Ori.
Looks like a Gatling gun.
No.
Oh, so it's multiple wands as barrels, Dylan? Is that what we're talking? Like, okay.
All these memes are absolutely amazing.
So all those barrels are just wands. How do you hold it, though? They're all on, like, a thing. Oh, with two hands. Is it a two-handed wand? Is it a two-handed wand, though? I need to know these things. Or does it have like a little, like a back handle, and then it goes zoop? These are very important questions. I used to make D&D memes, and I used to like hand draw parts of them. And then I would print them out and quote unquote mail them to the party, because it was while I was in college and we all lived in the dorms and we all had mailboxes that we made out of like cereal boxes and everything. Hello, Delport.
Hey,
Delport. And when we were all playing D&D together, we would send memes to each other and we would make the memes, and I would like draw over like memes to like put the characters in it. I might have some. Let's see if I have any readily available. None of those. Oh goodness, old art. Ooh. Gotta chill. Where am I? It's in this one. This one. Nope. Memes. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, there's a couple memes.
I'd say there's a pretty good amount here.
This is
For
a
sure.
this is a Drake meme of Vesvir with one of the characters attacking the enemy that poisoned you and another party member and paralyzed a second member of the party. No, we just want to talk. Nice. And then I did okay. This was the time. Good night, Dylan. This was the time
Good night.
This is the time when the Shaggy only using like 1% of his power thing was like a big deal. So I made a Griffin and Shaggy me. And so I drew Shaggy. Honestly, he's pretty good. And then I drew.
You guys show this off, Ori.
Oh, I am.
You are.
I am. Not bad, farmer dude. Maybe you'll need more than 10% of my power. The cringe. So funny. Oh, and then I did like a template that was just all the characters with the "all right then, keep your secrets." Every single one of them. Oh my god. It's so weird.
Noob full of soup.
Alright then, keep your secrets. I don't even know why I did it. What the meme ended up being. But that's them.
It's pretty well drawn, I must say.
Thank you. It was a lot of, it was definitely traced for the eyes and stuff to get like the position because it's a very specific expression, you know? Like the expression is very, very specific. Okay, I have to draw a freaking wand Gatling gun, alright? That
would
makes
appear to
cats.
be the case. Yes.
That makes cats. It's the Catling gun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Now I just have to figure out how to do it, though. Okay.
I mean, vibe? Just like firing cats everywhere?
It
Kill 'em
like
with
turns
it?
people into cats, I think is what it does. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly it, Audio.
Oh,
So,
kill
how
'em
many-
with cuteness.
They have 6. Yeah, I do. Daleport, I do. Okay. Got sort of this. Gotta sort of make it wand-y, I guess. Like this. What if wands in parallel orbit at the end of the staff? That could be interesting.
Okay, that's not terrible. I can live with that.
Oh god.
I think.
I don't need this. Delete ruler. Yeah. Trying to do it. I see what you're saying. I could do that. I can make it a staff, or I can make it a bunch of little wands. Like one wand with little wands, because it is supposed to be a wand. Like it is supposed to be like the item is a wand, you know?
Oh, there's a thought.
Oh, that's interesting. Are you sure, PCM? I don't know. It sounds like Audio Chaos told us you went pretty freaking hard as Neffy, so you know, I don't know. It seems like like you do a pretty good job.
I was about to say, PCM that is your character. And it sounds like you just bring a life to Neffy.
You know, so technically you would voice the character best. It's one of those things where it's like, at least when I play a character right, whether or not my voice is exactly what I wanted it to be when I started out, that is what it is now, like in my brain. You know, like there's nothing else. I voiced a character and I wanted him to have like a gruff, not Appalachian, but like mountain man voice, right? So it didn't really have like a heavy accent. And then when I did it, he just came out as Scottish, and I was like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing.
Sometimes that just happens. Like you try out a vibe and it's like, oh, I guess
because
I'm
it's
doing
a lot
that.
of string.
Okay.
That's funny, Delport. Yeah, it was literally like I was practicing before the session. Like I was like, ah, yes, I am the mountain man. You know, I was doing all this sort of, yeah, cutting wood and doing, and then like it was time for my character to talk first, and I was like, all right then, and then I went, well, here we are, and here it is, and now I'm Scottish. It's not what I wanted, but it is what we are. Okay. Let's try to make wands. You know what? Let's not do it that way. Let's take this and then we're gonna shrink you.
I have a package coming to me. Nice.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Indeed.
Okay. I need this to be even. Even Steven. Like that, maybe? They don't really come to a point, so we'll leave it like that. And then, okay, here we go. It's happening now. It's happening now. It's all coming together.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, see, it looks good now that there's more wands involved. Okay. See, we're vibing. We're thriving.
What was the solution to the problem? More wands!
Yeah. It was.
Yep, sometimes it'd be like that.
Okay. Then we go like that. Oh, okay. I mean, this is what we got.
I think this is what I wanted to do. Okay. Rolling with it. Just gonna roll with it.
That's where I'm at right now, rolling with it.
You know, it's like you told me a while back, where it's like, just pull out to 50 and the details will look so much better. I'm like, huh, you're right.
Yeah. It's interesting though. I've definitely gotten to a point where I'm like pretty happy, you know, a lot of the time.
Honestly, same. It's just tonight my hand does not want to cooperate with me.
That is also a vibe.
Because I've just been doing it a lot recently after a pretty big hiatus, that my hand is like, why haven't you taken a break yet? And I'm like, because I don't want it. I want to do this. It is fun and I like it.
Well, Audio, maybe when you get to have the chance to traumatize one of the other characters, they'll have the funniest joke. Who knows?
You know, equal opportunities for trauma here.
You
know,
we're an equal opportunity trauma corporation
for life. Exactly.
Okay, this is how it has cattling in it. It's gonna have a little cat face at the end.
Oh my god. Need. Why is that giving me bee and puppy cat vibes?
Yeah, I can see, because it's goofy.
Why did that happen? Okay, that was weird.
And we give it little whiskers. Like this. Are they all cats? Do I make all the wand cats? Yay or nay?
Yay. Big yay.
Mars is a yay. Anybody else
Anyone
want to
else?
input?
Come on, be cool, guys. Do the cool thing.
Oh, is it soup? Is she drinking soup and not tea? Because we got Noop. Neffy just wants to look cool. Poor Neffy. Oh, okay, we can also have, like, the tail come out and, like, wrap around the wand a little bit. And, okay, we gotta put, like, a bell in there somewhere. I love apple juice. I love apple juice. Apple juice is very good. Okay, see, the cat has come out of the... All of the little wands have paws on them. Have little paw prints on them? Yeah? No? Maybe?
Yes.
Okay. All the ends are little paws.
You know I'm not gonna say no to any of these ideas, right?
You're too much of an enabler. You're too much of an enabler,
really am.
Mars. I am...
Maybe chat shouldn't be agreeing with me so much then.
I edit down, like, the Ace Attorney videos, right, and put them on YouTube, and honestly, y'all should watch. The one I put up today, okay. The one I put up today is really good, and I think I'm gonna have to show the part tomorrow when we, not tomorrow, Sunday.
Not tomorrow,
when
Sunday.
I don't know what day it is. Sunday, when we do it. Right, but it's out now, and you should watch it. The most recent Ace Attorney video has my best editing work ever. But it's absolutely hilarious. When I first started going ham on the editing, I, like, showed Mars, because I was laughing, you know, at myself, like what I had done. And she's like, if you're trying to get me to tell you to stop, that's not gonna happen.
I'm not going to.
That's not gonna happen.
She was literally like, I went so ham on this. Oh my god, it's so over the top. And I'm like, if you called me to stop you, like that's not gonna happen.
That's not what's happening,
right? Yeah. Like that's never gonna happen.
I just got.
That's right, PCM. She did make friends. She did.
This is true, you know, and that is partially a win. Partially a win.
It is.
Friends and, you know, less trauma would be nice. Friends and same amount of trauma could be nice.
Trauma bond. That's not good. Why'd you have to mention Vanessa?
And Monty. Monty seems like a pal.
Well, the one
Boxic.
PCM called out specifically was Wilbur and Marin and Vanessa.
Well, Marin's still alive.
And Monty.
I'm sorry, I don't really remember Wilbur. And the party, of course.
PCM,
Well, I know Boxic.
It's a pretty good friendship here.
I know Boxic and Neffy had, like, a very good, like, bonding moment, like, relatively recently, so.
I mean, I don't think there was any cradling happening, but they did have a bonding moment.
Okay, we're not looking for Saibakui, okay?
I was referring to Voltron.
You know, also my same exact sentiment remains.
I'm sorry,
about the homies, okay?
If someone mentions cradling, I have to reference that. I'm sorry.
But
in my
it's
contract.
the homies still count.
Oh no, totally. I never said they didn't.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to do. Nice! That's a good hair stripe.
Okay. Oh
no,
yeah.
That's not. I hate that.
And what's the little pen pal?
A pen pal.
Yeah, okay. I have made the Catalan gun.
Oh my god, I love it.
I really want it to have a bell, but I don't know where to put the bell.
Oh, maybe on the handle where the cat head is.
But I feel like if you're trying to hold the wand, like that doesn't really work out. Like how, you know? I don't know. Oh my god, both of y'all so angry at each other. Look at these little emojis. Aww. So cute. Okay, are we pushing the ship in outside the AU too? In the canon?
Maybe? I don't know, man.
What's that emote? I haven't seen you do that one, PCM. What's that emote?
Yeah, that's new. When did that happen?
Cute little peace sign tiefling thing? Oh, it's the same artist.
I like it. It's adorable.
Just random emotes you have. Well, you know, there you go. They're just really good friends. In the canon. I don't know. Okay, so Mars and I just finished watching an anime called Saibukui Bisco, and it's very gay. And however, they do the very classic
gay
thing.
In denial.
Yeah, they do the very classic, like, it's gay denial, where the characters both have some sort of straight love interest that is honestly incredibly forced and not believable at all. And
It's literally thrown in last minute.
the last part,
damn last minute.
the last part of the whole, you know, series, the last part of the season and the series, right? The last episode ends with the one character leaning his head on the other character's bare chest to hear his heartbeat because he like died and came back and he can't lose him and he can't be alone. And instead of going and staying in the town with the love interest they try to push on one of them, they together go off riding off into the sunset for the rest of their lives. Tell me.
Also, the two characters have lines like, "We promise we'd die together. Don't leave me behind ever
One
again."
of them says Aishiteru to the other one when he dies.
He literally says Aishiteru when he dies.
And I like,
Come
goodness.
on.
Okay, let's look at this new art.
Oh, I need new art.
Oh,
That show was very much gay in denial.
cute. Oh, they are sad but cute. Oh goodness.
I am checking this out.
It's in the clients.
Oh, I love it! That is precious.
It's so cute. Oh my god.
So
I have
so
not
cute.
watched Banana Fish. Have you seen Banana Fish?
It has been on my list for forever.
That could be another one that we have.
Ori.
Does it end sad?
It ends sad.
Okay, I can't do the end sad audio. I can't.
That is
Audio.
why I'm so hesitant to watch it.
Yeah, never mind then. I
I'm
can't do
going
the
to
end
my
sad.
eyes out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, audio. I love a good anime that makes me cry. But I'm like, if it's a ship I like, and I'm just like, ugh.
I can't have it end sad. I can't have it end sad. Like, let me tell you, audio. Audio. I don't know if you watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners from Netflix or anything, right? I started watching it with Dylan. Okay, I started watching it with Dylan. There's like a point in the series when you know, like you could just feel it in your like anime watching bones that it's not gonna be a happy ending. Right, like the characters you love are not gonna make it out in the way that you need them to make it out, and I gotta say, I stopped watching. I told Dylan, go do this on your own. I said, Dylan, you can finish this. I can't finish this. Like this is literally, like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And
I will watch Banana Fish one day. Today is not that day.
I sadly will not now. I'm very sorry. I watch anything to escape reality and make me happy in the end and have a good time. I can't do it.
Only reason I managed to get Ori to watch Saibukui was because
she promised
I knew
She promised me.
one of the characters lived at the end.
She promised me.
I promise. This is an anime
She
that
promised me it had a happy ending.
Both boys get injured. Both are nursed like back to health.
And that's
Another
the
is
vibe.
resurrected. So you get the angst that you see in fan fiction, and you also get the major character death warning. but then everyone comes back and they can be together.
See, that's the vibe. That's the vibe.
And they're
Like,
not
I gotta say, Gurren Lagann, after Kamina died, it took me a long time to get watching that again. I'm not joking. There was a very long hiatus we took from watching that anime because I just couldn't deal.
The first time I watched it, same, because I was like, you took away my favorite character.
I was like, he's supposed to have plot armor. Isn't he the main character? And they're like, no, he's not the main character. And I was like,
I don't care about Simon yet.
Ooh. At least when Simon essentially becomes Simon but Kamina, at least I'm okay at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like I can accept
better
this.
job of channeling their loved ones.
Milo, 100%. No. While Simon got the drip on Hella Point, like can't deny, right? Like Simon took Kamina's drip and elevated it, right? Like he did the better version, right? Like definitely top tier, love it, love seeing them like portrayed to like next to each other, very good shit. Right, Milo sort of wears the relative outfit for a long time, and it's not particularly anything flashy in the first place, right? And it's not like he like puts on the goggles or something. But voice acting, the mannerisms was just like it was almost like, is this the same voice actor? Like, did they switch to do this part? Like, damn, like, whoo, hold on. I need a moment. So good.
Like,
all the side smiles, like that's the
and everything. I was like, oh.
So
some good shit.
Yeah. So I will say Milo did it better. But also Saibukui did it better because what I wanted. It's not like I shipped Simon and Kamina, right? Like it was a role model thing. So there's also that. Hated the Yoko shit though.
I like Yoko as a character.
I like her. I didn't like the love shit going on.
Every ship she had, her love interest died.
Yeah, it was a bad omen. Bad omen.
It started to feel like she was cursed after a while.
Bad omen, yeah. All right. Everybody in the chat, how do I add a bell to this? Should I force a bell to this? I really want a bell on it. But should I just give up? Like, I really want it to have a bell. I feel a bell is very important. I like Chat Noir. He has a bell.
What if it's not like a full bell? What if it's like a carving of a bell underneath?
Like a painted bell? I was thinking about that, yeah. I was thinking about that. Because this is like painted on. Like the face is like painted on.
Yeah.
Bell idea. Okay. Yeah. Delport always comes through for me. Because this is Delport's like idea with the floaty wands around it. Like I love it. Like it's great. I hope I did it justice, Delport. But that was good because I was struggling before, but I liked this. I liked this a lot. This came out real nice. It came to me like right after you gave your suggestions, top tier. I will say it does feel kind of weird making content for D&D still with all the OGL stuff. But they're technically also Pathfinder content. So, we're going, we're vibing, we're thriving. But yeah.
That's my quota for the night.
Base for the main. Oh. Okay, I like it.
Ah.
I like it, Delport. I like it. I see what you're saying.
Very lovely.
Like the color sort of green here. It's kind of punk revolutionary. It's really weird. It's really weird. So I'm like in a bunch of communities with other, creators, right? Like that's kind of point. Other like specific D&D creators. And I don't know what layer this is on. That one. Okay. With a lot of other D&D creators, and so many of them are like just still going. Like it's kind of really weird because it's not like they're not saying anything, right? Like they're posting like, you know, hashtag open D&D, they're posting about like, you know, everything that's going on and everything like that, and I'm seeing it, but only one of them has stopped, right? Only one artist, and the artist that actually inspired me to do this, right, to pursue this in any sort of way, actually was like, I'm not making I'm not posting content right now, I'm not doing any content right now because very afraid of getting it like stolen by Wizards of the Coast, right, if that was to come to pass. And it's very weird, that's the only one that I've seen in like my circle that has specifically been like, I am not posting right now. Everybody else is still like on schedule, on track, like it's still going. So it's kind of really surreal, honestly. And this is a really weird thing to say. Communities with non-D&D RPG creators.
You mean like RPG creators who aren't D&D oriented? Or
I did just join one recently. I'm not sure if it's exactly D&D or not. I'd have to check on the description, but Cinder actually just pointed me to this one recently, and it does just say ttrpg on it. Let me see if there's any. Yeah, okay, I do have one, Delport. I do have one. Oh, the weird thing to say is that it kind of reminds me of my experience with shutdowns and everything, in the sense of that I worked, quote unquote, like normal through all of C19 shutdowns in America, right? All of them. Like I never stopped. Like I never stopped working. I was never allowed to be off. We were never, you know, told to stay home. We were never allowed to work from home and anything like that. So it was exactly the same for me, but it was very different for everybody else, right? So it kind of feels like that sort of same thing where it's like everybody's just kind of trucking along like nothing's happening while the world around you is like crumbling down, and it's like, I don't know how to feel about this. Yeah, so I just joined this one. I'll send you an invite, Delport. It's called Rising Tide, and it says it on it that it's about TTRPG. Yeah, they got a bunch of different things. Nothing seems to be D&D centric. Yeah, nothing seems to be D&D centric, so I'll add you to that.
ooh, nice.
And hopefully they can do what you want.
Yeah, it's just a bad situation all around. That's all to say.
No, I agree 100%, Delport. So I was working all through the pandemic, and then nowadays I never leave my house. I never leave my house. So it was like, ooh. Yep. There you go. Oh, sorry, I've never answered your other message about that, but I didn't know the answer. That's an old message. I'm sorry, I never answered. Bad me.
Slap, slap, Ori. Slap, slap.
Yeah, indeed. My apologies. I wasn't around for the start of Cinder's thing. I kind of joined a little later in his deal.
In his career.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll like look at a Discord, like a private message, and I'll read it, and then I'll leave because I like need to do something, or like I don't have the answer right now, and then it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Because it gets filled up with like other people's
Yeah, and
chatting.
just you know, I'm very much a person that's like, I'm doing this, and then this reminds me I have to do this, and then this reminds me I have to do, and it's just a chain of events that never ends. That's why I suck at cleaning.
Spiral.
I gotta say, I'm very terrible at cleaning, and the reason for this is because
Really?
oh yeah, I'm horrible at cleaning, like organizing cleaning, right? And it's because it's like let's take my desk, right? There's a bunch of things that are on my desk that really don't belong on my desk, right?
Mhm.
But there's like a pile of catch-all stuff, right? And if I go to then deal with that catch-all pile, it inevitably is like, oh, like, let's say I have like an enamel pin that needs to go back on the pin board. Well, the pin board is buried under tons of other crap. And so then it's like, okay, now I have to clean up that in order to do the pin, like put the one pin back, and then it spirals out of control. Speaking of though,
so it's one of those things where it's like when one thing is uncovered, there's more to be discovered.
I see, Delfort. What was I say? Oh, yeah, Mars, so speaking of talking about pins, that reminded me, it caused me to look over at my actual pin board that's full of non-pins and other crap, and I found those 2 journals that I was telling you about that we needed for your reel.
The 2 which ones?
For your reel?
Oh, the journals! Oh, nice!
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh god.
The lemur Rana looks so horrible.
Oh, I didn't know what the heck you were reacting to. I was like, are you reacting to something Delport said?
No, I'm reacting to looking at the panels.
Oh, jeez.
I'll send you pictures of the panels.
Basking in your first creation. It's an experience, guys. It
Yeah, there's a lot of flowcharts we have here.
Oh my god, so many just sketches everywhere.
Okay, I'll only send you the good ones because some of them are like mid-tier. Some of them are like mid-tier. Can you? Thank you, phone.
Yeah, only send the ones you would like to be seen.
Well, it's more like some of them are like so chicken scratch. Oh no, you can't have that one because that has a spoiler. Whoops.
Oh no.
It's a very small spoiler. Like it's a very small spoiler. Like it's in text, right? Like I just wrote a little text thing, and I just read it and realized that it's a spoiler. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll definitely give you the lemur Rana things, though. I don't think there's a problem there. Mars is making a very cool reel for our like comic unveiling. Well, before that, for pre-launch, and it's very, very cool. And
it'll be launched the day of.
Ah, very nice. And so she's
because once it's up, then I can film that, and that'll be like the last bit of the song that goes along.
Ah, yeah, makes sense. So
it's like it's the build, and it's here.
Yeah, makes sense. But so she has like a bunch of our old like convos and conversations about it, like first talking about it, and I told her that I still have like our original like really gross sketches in a journal, and I was trying to find it while she was here, but it wasn't where I wanted it to be, but I found it and now I'm sending it. Okay, that is not that. So, let's also see if I have any other super old... Oh, I have a couple of the old logos. Do y'all want to see the old logos?
Yeah.
They're not... I don't think they're spoilers because they're kind of confusing. But, this one. And then it was in here. This was the very original test logo. Was this. Very wild.
Memories. Oh my god.
Alright.
Definitely a far cry from what we have now, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get back to this gun. Or Hydra. Do I want to do Hydra or do I want to do lines? Oh, I wasn't even done with the bell. Got sidetracked.
We got very sidetracked.
That's what stream is. That's what stream is sidetracked.
Oh my god, they're holding this at 8 a.m.?
What? School stuff?
Why? Yeah, so I finished my panels for the night, so I decided to get some other stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my program has these things called colloquia, which aren't full classes, but they're like a short session that you go to just to get some extra information, and they are mandatory for graduating. This one particular one requires me to get up at 8 a.m.
Gross.
And not even get up at 8 a.m. Be on campus
Be there
by
at 8 a.m.
So
Yeah.
I gotta wake up at 6 a.m.
Terrible.
Which I've not had to do in a while, so I am sad now, but at least I don't have to do that until the very end of March, so that's okay.
That is good. That is good. Okay.
Oh, but that sucks.
I don't want this. I want this. This. Okay. I was very concerned
Gotta claim these spots early.
going into this Cattling gun. I will admit, I was like, I don't really know how to do what was asked of me. But yeah. Here we are. Oh. If Mars is okay with it, would you guys want to see something that Mars can't see?
I can't see?
No, you cannot.
Alright, I'll promise to be good. Actually, this may be a good time for me to go get some water. You cool with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I give you permission, Ori. I'm not looking because I'm not here.
Okay. We'll see this really cool art that I did because I'm very, very proud of it and I want to show it off and I can't show it off yet. But Mars is being a good sport. Hey, the ideas are very helpful for the people who can draw. You know, that's a ticket. Yeah, so this is a thing that I drew recently. And Mars, you're still not here? Alright, this is for our Pathfinder campaign. And so Mars can't see him yet. But I'm very, very proud of him. I'm very, very proud. I hand drew this design. All of the designs. Thank you. I'm very proud. I love all this stuff. All of these names are Easter eggs to other campaigns we've had. And I'm very, very proud of him. He was a lot of work, but I'm very, very proud of him. I don't know his name yet, because I'm not allowed to yet. But, yeah. I really, really love the design. I'm so happy with it. With all of them. So much detail. He's got writing on his hands. Very crazy. Alright. If Mars comes back, she will be fine. No issues. I'm definitely happy you say that, Delport, because that's something that I feel like I've specifically improved on very recently, especially in like the hair and everything. That I sort of gotten to this point. And it's actually solely, I would say, due to being an artist for D&D items. And because in doing this, I really got a handle on sort of lighting stuff to make like textures and everything, which is something, you know, I never sort of set out to do. But it really, really definitely is because of drawing all these items that I sort of got to that point over there. So it's interesting to think about, because I never thought I was going to be drawing items, right? Like that was never like a thing when I first started, you know, being interested in art. I was never like, I draw objects or something. It was literally just, I wanted to draw the items that were for our own campaigns, and then I was like, ooh, I'll post them. And then just after like trying really hard to get followers through that, and thus having to be consistent, I improved. And then what was incredible was the idea that I could take it to the character drawings as well, because I was kind of concerned originally that it wouldn't be easily transferable, I guess. Like, it wouldn't be like a super simple, like, plug and play sort of thing, but it honestly really was. And, I used to say that I would never have a painterly style, and I probably still won't, because those take a very long time. But I definitely have gotten more on the rendering than I ever used to. So it's definitely interesting. Interesting to think about. But this is a very fun wand item. It'll be fun to think of the colors for it. It's very different than the last item put out, which was the Theologian's Staff, which is just very pretty. It's definitely not goofy, but this one's goofy. Yeah, it essentially has, like, fun polymorph stuff to it, but you can only be, like, certain cat or cat-adjacent creatures. Like a Displacer Beast would be like a cat-adjacent creature, because it's like it kind of looks like a panther. God, see, it's weird. I'm sitting here, like, talking about all this stuff, and then it's like, if open license dies, I don't know. It's very funny, because it's like, this is not my job, at least not right now. And so it's very much just like more on like the property thing, right? Like, it's less on the monetary thing. I mean, I will say we had some stuff in the works that do have to be super duper put on hold. You're fine. You're fine. You're good. Hello, you're good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wanted to give you enough time.
Yes. No, more than enough time. So there's definitely like a project we had in the works. We know about Lightbender. I don't know about Lightbender. I honestly haven't been able to look a lot into MCDM.
Oh, what's MCDM?
It's Matt Colville DM, Dungeon Master, right? I think that's what it stands for. He's a very well-known figure in the D&D community, and he makes like a lot of cool content and stuff.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
I'm definitely new to the different elements of like the creators in the Dungeons and Dragons community, so I'm still learning for sure.
Oh, technically it doesn't stand for anything? All right. If Matt says so.
Can't argue with that.
But yes, it is a man named Matt Colville and his whole thing, and he's a third-party creator for Dungeons and Dragons. They recently announced that they were going to speed up their production of their original game. They had already had thoughts about making their own system, but now with all the shenanigans, it's crazy. So that'll be interesting. But I honestly haven't looked a lot into their content. I've seen about him, and I know of him, and of his products and stuff like that. But honestly, because we don't use a lot of third-party content in our own campaigns, it's mostly our own quote-unquote third-party content, right? And so everybody I follow on Instagram is like specifically art inspiration, I guess, is more of the vibe, right? So it's those sort of things. So I definitely don't follow him as closely as I probably would if I did sort of use a lot more third-party content. This is very funny. All of the creators I follow on Instagram, which is where I mostly get my fix of stuff, are like the people like small like me, right, where it's like just a couple people and they like draw their own art stuff. So Definitely less company. I mean, I do follow a couple big companies. Like I follow Loot Tavern. You know, that's like a big one. And I follow like Griffin Saddlebag. That's like a big one. Those are the only two like super big ones. Ah, yeah, that's fun. Is the Lightbender a monster, or is it an item weapon thing? No, the one that always gets me, the like concept thing that always gets me, right? Because kobolds are not copyrighted. I don't think they can be. They're like a folklore thing. And they're like a German word, right? The word kobold is like a word, right? Like, you know, it's not like a beholder where they're like made up the idea of that. Like it is like a whole thing. And anytime they like use the word kobold, it's like in like other stuff, it's usually like a wildly different creature, and it's just like really weird to me. In Delicious and Dungeon, there's a race of kobolds. They're just dog people. They're just dog people. That's it. They're just dogs.
Oh, you sound so sad.
Yeah, exactly. More like gnomes. There's also sometimes they're like the equivalent to goblins. Like it's a whole No. I'm not sad. It's more just like weird, right? Because to me, a kobold, because of D&D, is this like kind of dragon, you know, kind of dog thing, right? Very small, very specific. Like that's what I know it as. And then to go, because it makes sense, like, you know, word wise, I guess, right, that you could have a race of kobold that look nothing like what I would call a kobold, but they're literally just dog people. And it's very funny to me. Ah, I see. So Lightbender is a light manipulating cat monster.
Ooh.
Yeah, those sort of things.
Oh, that sounds real cool.
Those sort of things. It's the displacer beast, but not a displacer beast. I am not aware of cobalt. I like, besides the metal. Like I know of the element, you know? Like I know of cobalt, the element.
We assume we're still on D&D, so
but I'm assuming that we're not talking about the element.
No.
Yeah. I like the kobolds that are like draconic-y dogs, right? So I like when they have the nose, right? You know, a lot of like I like that portion of it. It'd be cool if they had like I gave my kobold like the character we have kobold, like they have ears, you know, like, so that's very important to me. So it's kind of like a mixture of its own thing when I draw it. The player originally when I drew their kobold character, I drew it with like the classic kind of dog-esque nose, but he specifically didn't want it, but I wanted it. Cobalt, the element, was named for the mythical creatures. That's interesting. So they're also kind of like dwarves. Oh. Kobolds are just a catch-all fairy mystic thing.
Huh. The more you know.
Indeed. That's very interesting. Oh no, I'm using the wrong pen color.
You know what I always love about our Drawings and Dragons streams is there's always something new to learn from our chat.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
But yeah, we're probably making a bigger what is the OGL doing for my content is we're slowly moving to be much more of a Pathfinder 2E homebrew deal.
Yeah. That's definitely the
button. If the OGL ends up remaining the same and not changing, we'll still make D&D content. Like we'll do it like a double. Like they'll be compatible for both. But yeah, that's about it. If not, then it's Pathfinder from here. But yeah, very interesting. Oh no, this is not what I want to do.
Okay, so that's all taken care of. Nice.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand how creators get ahead. No, it's really weird.
No, I will never
sometimes,
understand that either, to be honest.
well, sometimes I'm like, what was I saying? I've gotten lost.
All right, no.
No, I got lost. What was I saying? Crap. Sometimes. Oh, it's very hard to tell, like, what the team is behind a lot of the accounts I follow, right? So I only know for certain that one account that I follow is literally only 2 guys. One of them writes the stuff and one of them draws the stuff, right? And that's definitely more my dynamic. And they only post once a week, anything at all. But their art is incredible, and it's like I ain't getting there. And I think one of them definitely has some sort of like ad sales experience in some sort of way, because they do very well with just posting once a week. But I don't. It's like me and one other person for specifically creating the items, right? But there's no other help outside of that. It's not like we share like the social media stuff or anything. So it's always very weird when it's like I see other accounts on Instagram that are like posting like 4 or 5, like 3 times a week, new content every time. Like they do their Patreon, they post everywhere, and it's just like, this is too much.
Just too much. No, thank you.
Not enthused about our Pathfinder direction? Or you're not enthused about you having to go to Pathfinder? So you want to just do like... Are you trying to do like system agnostic stuff? Is like that's your goal, Delport? Because that's kind of what you're doing with the library and everything. It was kind of agnostic. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah. I really like Pathfinder 2e. It's very different from 1e, right? So if you hate Pathfinder 1e, I think you'll like 2e. If you like 1e, 2e is not what you want. Like that's sort of the thing, right? It's not nearly as crunchy and hard and everything going on. Not even close. Well, exactly. That's where the problem is, right, Delport? Like, if the community ends up going fairly agnostic because of everything that's going on, then I think we'll get a lot more content moving that way. But I was talking about, I'm in a Discord. That's what you wanted to hear? Okay. Yeah. 1e, no. 2e, yeah, like that's where I'm at, right? Like no. No. And yeah, so it's definitely like it's like algebra and calculus, right? You like one and you hate the other. Those are the options.
Wouldn't 1e kind of be like too clunky by this point?
It's what we call crunchy. It's very rules heavy. There's a lot of like there's 3 armor scores that gives you there's 3 different ACs, and they matter for different reasons. So that's sort of like a dip in the toe in there. Yeah, so it's very, very confusing. I'll say honestly, Delport, our transition from 5e to 2e to from D&D 5e to Pathfinder 2e has been pretty smooth, honestly.
It went pretty...
I think all of our problems are solely on Roll20's specific virtual tabletop character sheet. I'm not joking. That is like where all my gripes come from, if I'm being honest. Our experience with Pathfinder 2e so far has been, honestly, we all joined very well. And Mars, I'm gonna put you a little on blast, but Mars was definitely the new player in D&D 5e, right? And she ended up playing she ended up playing a druid as her like second true character, and definitely not great with the spells. Okay, so there's definitely a little concern there of like she was very clunky in combat, right? Thinking of all the spells, and so there was definitely a little concern where it's like, okay, we're pushing Mars into this very new sort of area where like, and the character that she wants to play.
A lot
No.
I'm not
This is what I'm
taking
saying.
too long
This is
to
what I'm saying.
decide.
This is what I'm trying to get to, right?
I'm
And
basically
so it's
timing
like,
myself every time it comes to
yeah,
my turn.
no. So this is what I'm getting to, and she's playing a full caster in Pathfinder 2E, and honestly, she's better at it in 2E.
Well, to be fair, Electric Arc is very useful, but I
yes.
also like when it came to like a lot of the 5e stuff, I basically had my spells that were like old reliable. Because as much as I want to play 4D chess, like some of the other players do, I just can't, and that's just not how my brain works in that moment. So I'm like, okay, I've just gotta kind of go for something basic here. But now I have my familiar, so I'm trying to use him a little bit more. I'm trying to like do things in a smart way.
I definitely need the social media manager, Delport. I slack way too much on posting on Reddit, and I feel like there's another site that I'm missing. And the social media platforms that I do post on, the only reason I'm relatively good at it is solely because they have a schedule feature. If these platforms did not have a schedule feature, I would be dead in the water. I will say I am slowly getting by with TikTok and YouTube because I have an alarm that goes off. Oh, I did look into the Cronut plugin, Delport. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to post images. And that's what I need it for. That's the unfortunate bit. I did look into it, and it doesn't allow me to post images, which is the main the main thing I need. Text post looks awesome. If you're doing text posts on Reddit, looks great.
Thank you for being in my corner, Jamie.
Again, I was trying to be. You were new,
No,
okay?
It's true though. I am a sucky spellcaster.
Yeah, it does,
I take
Delport.
way too long, and I think way too hard about. Okay, can I use this to like knock a stalactite down and hit him in the head? And like, no, just hit him with the freaking spell. Stop overthinking it.
But the other thing though is that Pathfinder allows you, at least 2E, right? 2E does allow a slight more amount of 3D chess, of 4D chess, because it's built in, right? So if Mars wanted to hit something to knock down a stalactite and crack it over the character, the enemy's head and whatever,
or heal multiple people using my blessed one,
has something for that.
That would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at you a lot more about that because I gotta say I was very salty with Dylan that I was not healed during that fight. You don't understand.
My big thing is I was panicking and I was not thinking properly.
Oh, but Jamie, see, it's built in D&D and in Pathfinder 2E.
Oh my
it's
God,
not
are
in
we
D&D.
gonna die?
Yeah, I don't know who would just need to post text posts Delport as like a consistent thing. I don't know. It's very, very weird. But I think I could deal with not having an administrative assistant at this point in time. Like, I'm not getting that swamped with, like, contacts and whatever. But a social media manager, that would be top tier. That would be top tier. I don't make enough money for that.
Running around frantically to find your phone today so you can post it social.
Yeah. Well, it sucks. I'm really annoyed.
Sometimes.
I'm really annoyed for two reasons. And honestly, I could probably fix the TikTok one and schedule it again because I initially... So TikTok allows you to schedule if you're a business account. Mm-hmm. But what it doesn't allow if you're a business account to use copyrighted sounds. And so originally when I was posting like my art things, right, you wanted to use viral sounds. Excuse me. I have the hiccups now. You wanted to use viral sounds, and if that sound was copyrighted, it literally wouldn't let me use it. No, I'm not, Jamie. I need one, but I'm not getting one. I would love one, but I don't have one. And it's so bad. So okay, I'll tell this story in a second. But where was I? What was I talking about? Reddit? I lost it. Mars, do you remember what I was talking about?
Crap.
Oh, TikTok. So
TikTok,
I changed
TikTok.
it off of a business account to lose scheduling because it wasn't like I posted on there a lot. but to gain back the use of those sounds. However, I don't actually need that anymore because now all of our sounds are our own sounds because they're just clips of our stream. And there's no extra sounds in it. So I technically could and probably should do that. However, the thing that pisses me off the most is that YouTube allows you to schedule videos, but not shorts.
Oh.
And that pisses me off.
The worst.
Pisses me off. I can't schedule short videos. Unless one of you know and I'm just being an idiot. But to me, it looks like you can't.
I mean, any guidance, because I certainly don't know.
It looks
I've
like
never
you
tried
can't.
to post a short, never had any reason to.
It looks
I
like
try
you just
looking
gotta
into it.
post it every time. No, see, when I research it, you know, it gives me nothing. Give me no info. Give me zip. Zilch. Okay. What was the tangent I wanted to go on? Instagram.
I thought
That's
that
what it was.
the tangent.
No. There was a tangent from the tangent, and that was I'm so bad at posting on a regular schedule. If I can't start my week by uploading everything immediately so it posts on its own. We're doing the comic countdown, right? And that's supposed to come out every 5 days. I missed day 5 by a day because it was day 5, right? Yeah, it was day 5. And I made it on day 6 because I couldn't schedule it. Now, let me tell you why I couldn't schedule it. I couldn't schedule it because it has a video and then images. And while you can do that on the app, like I can physically go into the app and put a video and then put multiple images, it will not let you use the scheduler to do that. It won't. It's either a video or up to 10 images. And it's very upsetting to me. And so it meant that I had to post it, and it meant that I completely forgot about it on Thursday. And then went, oh god, it's Friday. Let me just post it anyway. Jamie, do you think I could use HTML to make a Reddit image posting thing? Because honestly, that's what I need more. Because that's the one that, like, it's unfortunate. Reddit has, like, a big ttrpg community, and on top of it is where I get, like, 99% of my commissions. And, I don't post enough. Because it's hard. Because the time you should post is, like, 8:30 in the morning. And
and no one wants
I can't do that. I literally can't do that. It's too much work.
That is far too early.
I don't have enough coding experience. What?
Seriously, why do they suggest that early?
I think it's because of like it can, because it's like when people are on. Maybe they're getting ready for work and they're like chilling or something.
Jeez.
You know, maybe on the train, right? On a bus.
Could be.
Or maybe it's like an international thing, right? You know, people in different time zones. I don't know.
Oh, that's
England.
true.
I don't know. Told us the thing. The trauma.
Yes. We were treated to trauma.
Yeah, there you go. See, it also catches people getting off of work in Europe. So.
Fair enough. I cannot argue with that.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
It was, Jamie. It was.
So sad. Hey, we only got
see the Catling gun happening here.
We only got
toe beams.
one cliffhanger though, so that's nice.
Yeah, at least we weren't tortured too badly.
Yeah, only mild torture. This time.
Count your blessings where you got them.
And I have. This is a lot of toe beams.
That's a good question, Delport. I wouldn't know the answer to that. Ori? Like, plan your posts?
So, what I've done...
That sounds very involved.
What I used to do, when I had the energy to do it, was I would, like, open a new Chrome window, open a ton of tabs, each with a post ready to post to each different subreddit, and then do it. Now, unfortunately, double unfortunately, is that you need to comment on all of them too, right? And now, while this is like copy paste to a comment, right? It's still like I have to wake up at 8 in the morning to do it. It's one of those things where it's like, it's possible, right? Like, it's very possible. It's certainly a thing that is physical, a physical capability that, everything like that. I can physically do it. However, I go to bed way too late to try and make myself wake up at 8:30 fully enough to get out of bed and do something that I had to prep at like midnight. And it was just like I did it for like a week, and I was just like, I hate this. And so it wasn't worth it.
It was a valiant effort.
Yeah, I tried. I really did. I really, really did.
I don't know how you did it. Forget it.
Monotonous. That's the word. The Reddit one is the worst because it's me doing the same exact thing, like, multiplied by how many subreddits I have to do it, right? So let's say I have, because it's like you have to post it on so many different subreddits, right? Where I have to post the exact same thing, almost the exact same thing, but not the actually exact same thing, because they all have different rules, and some of them you can post every day, and some of them you can only post every 2 days, and others you can post every 3 days, and other ones you can only post once a week.
Annoying.
And then it's like, now I have to choose which day of the week I want to post them, and it's very annoying in order to change what day of the week that I want to post them. But then, right, so let's say I have 10 subreddits that I have to post to. I have to make the exact same post 10 times every single day of the week. Versus with Twitter, I only have to make the same post once every day of the week, right? And it already gets me when it's like, I forgot.
Much more user-friendly.
I forgot I made a Folding Planets Twitter. So I had to do that. Oh my god. Administrative assistant, not right now. Social media manager, come give me, please. Please. How much does one cost? I don't even know.
Maybe like
I don't need him to be
$5
full
an
time.
hour.
I don't need him to be full time. I need him to be like 1 day a week for like maybe like 2-3 hours to get all the scheduled posts done, and then like 30 minutes every day of the week. That's all I need.
That would be the dream. If only.
I guess so. The problem is that it's hard to know which one is the most effective one, because when people like then message me, right, they don't tell me what subreddit they come from. And I forget to ask because I'm too into I need to get the bank, like I need to get the bag, right? Like I'm too into let's talk.
You should do a poll and see where these people are coming from. Not a poll, a survey.
Well, what I should do is I should actually ask them every time, right? Like I should ask every single one. But it's like by time I'm in a position where I think to ask, it's like they've probably forgotten as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they don't remember, and who knows if they like put me down to message me later.
There's no way to
or something.
check your history or something like that.
No. So how it works is, right, I go on Reddit and I make a post, and that post has a comment that says, like, here's my prices and everything. Either DM me on Reddit or Discord, right? And then people do that. It doesn't tell me where they came from or what they do, right? It tells me nothing about. It's just somebody messaged you on Reddit, right? Somebody's trying to friend you on Discord, right? And then it's like, hi, or they already start off with like they start off with just like the thing that they want, right? Like, I saw your commissions and do whatever, but only one person has said, I saw your commissions on subreddit, right? And that, while I have that information, I have written it down, I'm not thinking at that moment that I'm like, let me ask, you know, where they came from. Because, no, Delpar,
You're
I
just
100
like,
agree
"Hey,
with you.
commission."
It's not that you're badgering. I 100% agree. That is the ideal. And there's 100% definitely a bunch of those subreddits that I probably get no information from. But, like, nobody from. But it's one of those things where I technically don't know. Like, I technically don't know. So it's kind of like, I don't know where they're coming from, so I can't do it, right? And so it's like,
Damn.
but I do know that the vast majority of them are from Reddit. You know,
At least that much you do know. That's a
but
start.
it's of course my least favorite one.
Damn.
Yeah, I probably could do that. It's one of those interesting things where it's like, I'm not so flooded with, like, it's more like the idea, like, all the when I was looking to be a commissioned artist, all the information I got that was like how to be a good commissioned artist is to be like formal like that. Like, it should just go to the DMs and talk to them. So a form would solve my problems, but there's the concern that it's like, now it's not as personal, right? And it's not like I'm like swimming in people trying to commission me, right? So it's kind of like, if there was such an influx, right, that could be very much an easy way to, like, you kill two birds with one stone. But it's like, I need to be in a presence as much as possible to try and get this person to want to spend money on me. It's a sales tactic.
That's the trick.
That's the trick, indeed.
Gotta know how to market.
Indeed. If I you know, it's one of those things. So I'll be getting a job, like a quote unquote classic job, this year, and probably what I'll do is that if I have leftover money from that, I might actually look into hire someone for like a social media management position, because
You know,
honestly,
I've had a friend who's dealt with a lot of social media posting. I wonder if she'd be interested. Because you talk about it is making me think of it.
yeah, it's less that
that's
they're
an
weird
idea
in
too.
conversation, Delport. It's more the fact that, like, when somebody like messaged me, it's automatically like, oh, commission, like oh, you know, somebody wants to buy my art, you know. It's like, oh. So I'm not thinking, I'm just like, yes, I'd love to talk with you about this idea is fantastic, yes, let's talk about it. And so by time it's like, oh, I should ask them where they're from, like what subreddit they came from, it's like, they've forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking, like, it's like,
ask them to include that when they request you for a commission, or is that like kind of out of left field?
it's definitely not a common thing done, and I'm unsure about how many people would actually follow that, you know? I
can't argue with that.
I did make an attempt with a store to see about how promoting went.
Oh.
However, nobody ended up buying anything during that period of time, so it didn't work.
So sad.
It was essentially like I had a different discount code that I would post on every single place that I would like promote it from. And then no, Jamie, don't pain me like this. It was like a different, so like Tumblr had a discount code, Instagram had a discount code, and it was with the idea that, like, how they found out about me and then bought something, they would use that code and then I would get information. But you know, best laid plans.
Best laid plans indeed.
Best laid plans. You know, promoting yourself is the hardest part about doing anything.
Oh, it always is. Because, like, no one tells you how to do it. You kind of got to figure it out on your own.
I see. You found him. Well, then message me on Twitter, Jamie. Don't message me on Reddit. I don't even think I talk about Reddit on Twitter.
Yeah, you gotta draw attention to her on these other platforms that she actually uses.
I hate Twitter, but the only reason I still post on, and it's not even the climate. It's more just like it's hard to grow, and the only reason I still post on Twitter is solely because it has a schedule feature, so it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like Twitter would not be worth it if it didn't have a scheduling feature.
If it didn't have
because
you win this around Twitter.
Traction, that's not the word I want. The outreach, the whatever, interaction, that's the word I want. The interaction is incredibly low, right? The interaction is incredibly low, but it has a scheduling feature versus where like interaction on Reddit super high, but it doesn't have a scheduling feature. Everybody sees my problem. I have a problem. Yeah.
That could help social media cleanup.
Yeah, I definitely don't follow a lot of people on Twitter. Honestly, I don't really understand how Twitter works. I'm doing good on Tumblr though. Tumblr's vibing.
Really?
Tumblr's vibing for the curio, yeah.
Ooh.
You know, it's always harder to grow art accounts that aren't like for things, you know. But yeah, Tumblr's doing hot stuff. It's going.
Nice.
It's going. So
you got something going. You got plenty going.
Oh yeah. And of course, I'm gonna promote. Why does Tumblr make your brain hurt, Jamie? That's the true question. The toe beans are not big enough on these.
Oh.
Gotta fix that.
Gotta fix
They're
those
disproportionate to the other toe beans.
Like little tiny toe beans.
Yeah.
Maybe they're from another cat.
It's impossible to now. I guess, see, that's the difference. I don't use Tumblr very much anymore for, like, looking at things. Honestly, the only social media that I, like, look at is Twitter and YouTube. And if I get lost in TikTok when I go to post something. Literally, what happened to me today?
Very easy to.
It doesn't happen to me very often. It was actually very funny. It was actually very funny because what happened was, like I post on TikTok, right, for the Ace Attorney, and sometimes the first post that like comes up when they're like showing you your video about to load is like interesting. So when my video loads, is like I go back and watch it, and then because they make it so with short content, you're just sit there scrolling forever. And I literally was like, huh, this is funny that like these that I'm seeing, like these people on like these creators on YouTube Shorts, like, you know, I didn't realize they were on YouTube Shorts. And then I like looked down, I'm like, oh no, I'm still on TikTok. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
Whoopsies.
No, it's the only social media that I like, besides, of course, literally making a point to check the DMs, because, you know, I do that for social media, of course, because it's like email. And again, why I need a social media manager, because sometimes I like miss that, and I'm like, I'm not trying to ignore you, please spend money. But I was gonna get lost every time when I go and do weird shit. Yeah, I don't really scroll through Tumblr anymore. I used to. That was my main social media platform during like when I started doing anything art-wise. That's what got me into art, funnily enough, was Tumblr's mere existence and me utilizing it. But yeah, nowadays I don't really scroll. However, I did find Elevator Hitch on Tumblr, so, you know.
So it's still good for something.
Oh yeah. Again, every once in a while, like, I'll do a little scroll, but spend money on me specifically. Not just in general. No. Yeah. Not Twitch affiliate anymore. They don't let me stream on YouTube as well, right? And you know what? We gotta do the both for the growth, because that's what we're in it for. We're in it for the growth. We stream for the growth, the community. And that sounds like I'm, like, being sarcastic, but I'm not. Sometimes I miss affiliate because, like, I do like emotes and stuff.
I definitely miss the emotes, but I don't think we've
It's okay, Jamie.
much. Up to you, Ori. Ready to jump this conversation?
Yes, we can.
What's
oh,
the topic,
you
Teleport?
can choose. Yes, you can certainly pick any topic you want. Teleport, at any time, you're allowed to tangent us back or rewind time.
We can literally jump between like 2 different topics.
Yeah, this is non-linear. The linear start. I'm sorry we took it from you, Jamie. I'm so sorry we took it from you. If it makes you feel better, I'll put the Ko-fi thing back up. You can do that next time. It's more the problem. I have a while Delport types, I have the issue that is I do a lot of things, as you can see in the Discord, and that is no problem, Delport, anytime. And I appreciate it. We have like Ko-fis for very specific things, so we don't have like a Ko-fi that like supports us in general. So it's like it's very hard to be like spend money, right? Like because we did get a payout from Twitch right before we became an affiliate, and we decided, we spent that specific money on things that are gonna like help. Like we bought a Jackbox game and everything. Yes. And so it was like specifically trying to go back into this. To everything, right? But with Ko-fi, it's like a slightly separate thing, and then it's like the comic is more with the thing, and I don't know. It's all weird.
It's all about
there's a lot of update shit that I gotta do. Again, why I need a social media manager real bad. Ko-fi, oh god, I'm so bad at Ko-fi. Atathis was very, very nice, and Atathis donated to get me to do Dungeon Draft. That was in like November, I think. Just maybe early December. I struggled so hard with getting the Dungeon Draft thing to work. It only just worked today. I got it to work today, and it's up now, and I'm very happy it is, but I wanted to die. Okay, what topic is Stilport coming back to?
D&D. Have you explored other parts of the ttrpg space, the game's similar to it?
So
Lancer counts, right?
Yeah. So 100% Delport, first tabletop RPG I ever played, and mainly ever played, was D&D 5e. No question about it. I got in very much at the very start of the hype, right? Like Critical Role was fairly new. I think they were still in season 1. Like Adventure Zone was still really new. They were still coming out with Balance right when I was listening to it. So all very new stuff. So it was sort of when the hype started getting up, right? But all I had was 5e. I had nothing else but 5e. I have some vague knowledge of Monster of the Week through the Adventure Zone podcast, but that's not really a great rules sort of place to go. I do, however, know that it's kind of rules light, right? It's with the D6s and this whole thing, so it's a very different system. I also know about something else that I'm forgetting through, just experiences of like listening to other guys. Gia. I won't die inside, because that's easy, Jamie, and I'll tell you why the difference is, because Dungeon Draft gave me a difference, but I'm talking let me finish this thought. We did, because one of our table members really likes mechs, and so he wanted us to try this RPG he found that's called Lancer, and Lancer's whole deal is mechs. That's what it's for. It was made to have mechs, right? So that was my first experience. And that was almost all of our at the table's first experience of playing a not 5e game, right? Because we were very content with 5e. We had been doing everything with 5e. It was fun, right? Like, it wasn't bad. It's very different. and I'm not a mech person, so it didn't really appeal to me specifically that way. Dylan, that's actually false. Dylan and that other table member, I'm sorry, I've forgotten. They've played Warhammer 40k, Rogue Trader. That's what the one is called. So they did play a different game system. It's still a D20 system, but it's actually reversed, right? So instead of adding stuff to be better, you want lower rolls, right? So 1 is better versus 20 is bad, and that sort of thing. So they actually played 2 campaigns in that, and they really enjoyed it, but it's incredibly clunky, if I remember correctly, and it's kind of lacking, if I remember Dylan saying. He had to do a lot of homebrew for that. So they actually did do that. However, yes, I never played 40k. I have no desire to play, I'm talking about specifically, I mean, I don't have a desire to play the classic, regular 40k game with the models and everything. I don't, that's not my cup of tea. Dylan plays that with this table member, Fuel King. And I have no desire to play Rogue Trader, because it's very deadly, and I'm scared about that, and I don't want that. I get very attached.
Ori is very traumatized by TPKs, so
this is even before that.
Fly.
All of the campaigns that Dylan ran for Rogue Trader ended in TPKs, and so I'm very terrified of this. And this is why we're terrified of Dylan in the first place as a DM, because then his main D&D campaign that he ran also ended in TPK. So he's kind of got a record. He's kind of got a bad record. Very, very, very
he's
scared.
Got a record.
No, exactly, Jamie, exactly. Oh snap, PCM.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I get very attached to both my characters and the rest of the player characters. I will cry in calls if really bad things happen. Apparently I cry so much that I make the DM feel sorry for me and fudge the rules, which I do not want. That's not what I want. That's not why I cry. I'm just sad, okay? They mean a lot to me. And, so Rogue Trader scares me, so I'll never play that. Back to Lancer. Again, it's pretty good on the combat rules. It's very light on the, like, out of combat rules. And I'm not particularly into that. And again, not particularly in mechs. The reason that we're into Pathfinder is because we do like how D&D works to a certain extent. And on top of that, all the things that we didn't like about how D&D 5e works was fixed in Pathfinder. Pathfinder 2e specifically. We haven't tried any other Pathfinder things. Only 2e. I'm only talking about 2e. I just want to be clear.
Yeah, 2e specifically.
I know of 1e, but I have not played 1e. We love all the options. Again, a lot of the homebrewing thing was all of that sort of thing. But we like the kind of rules heavier side of it. We enjoy that as a group, right?
Yeah.
We want that.
Me personally, I want the rules because I need to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. We don't want it to be a super wishy-washy. I think it's in the sense of that a lot of us are very, like, I think all of us, Mars talked about 4D chess. We're all strategy heavy, right? So it's kind of important to us that we know what we can do to make a strategy, right? In Rules Light's game, there's so much free space that it's like not sure.
It's kind of hard to know what you can and can't.
Yeah, exactly.
do.
Yeah, scaffolding.
Because like if it's a wishy-washy,
nice
you could
there.
just get away with anything.
Or the DM could say, "No, I won't let you do that." And it's very,
it's like,
very
but
odd.
why? There's no rules. Why is it gone, PCM?
Interesting.
Seems like Jamie knows.
So when you mean setting specific, Delport, I understand, of course, not system specific, but when you mean setting specific, do you mean like fantasy or like cyberpunk or like, like that sort of, like mechs, like that sort of thing? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly a lot of people there. And it makes sense that Rules Light's game would be less focused in the development community. That's just kind of how they're set up. Makes sense there, Delport. How many campaigns has Dylan run, and how many have ended in TPK, and why is it all of them? If you count micro campaigns, it's not all of them. If you don't count micro campaigns, it's all of them.
See,
However,
that's the trick.
Only one of them is D&D. The other ones are Warhammer Rogue Trader. So it's a little more understandable there, but oh no. PCM, what is happening? Oh god.
Apparently a lot. I'm sorry, I was just cracking up over Jamie having to lecture PCM.
I see, Delport. I see.
Ah.
I think
I feel like you could still have that balance though.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
We definitely do.
I think, yeah, and I think this is a very good example, is the options, right? Now, this is a lot more effort, of course, to give options. However, I think that's what allows you to have the scaffolding and plan and everything like that, the crunch, the scaffolding, while still being everybody's very characters and everything, right? And when I can think about that is, like, I'm going to go back to Pathfinder 2e and this thing that we made homebrewed for 5e. I like hybrids and weird race things and all of the above, and I didn't want to be nailed down to Custom Lineage had come out with Tasha's, right? Custom Lineage had come out with Tasha's. I still didn't want to be nailed down to that because I didn't want to just, like, you pick a feat. Right now that's nice, but it's not as cool or flavorful as I would say as being a race that has, like, specific racial features to it, right? So we created a system that we called Ancestral Point Buy that allowed you to mix and match all these different all the different existing racial features for races, and then make your own race that was balanced within each other, right? Because it was a point buy system. And I love that. I love that. It was so cool. Because it allowed you so many more options, right? Like you didn't have to be a satyr to get the satyr things. You didn't have to, like, you know, I love tiefling aesthetically, but if you just keep playing a tiefling, like, the race doesn't really matter besides aesthetically, right? Because all of the features are the same, and honestly, eh. But now I could be a tiefling that has, you know, invisibility, you know, whatever, like other racial features.
Jamie, if there's more rules, then you can figure out how to break them or work around them.
That is also very true.
If there's less, you have no idea what to do.
But yeah, exactly, more rules. And then, so what's interesting about Pathfinder is that I could play the same thing. I could play a Nadi is my race. It's not, I'm trying to remember the words that Pathfinder used. There's, like, ancestry and something that I can't remember. It's ancestry and something, but I could have a Nadi, and then my ancestry could be Gansey, and then I could be a summoner. And I could play those, I could play that for the rest of my life and never be the same character twice. Because the options are incredible. Heritage, thank you. Heritage, that's the word I want.
There we go.
Coming in. But yeah, those sort of things. It's really cool. Do you? I'm assuming you know the Monster of the Week, right, Jamie? Delport, you know Monster of the Week system a little bit. But I think the thing, you know, if you don't have a lot of people that are knowledgeable just by reputation, you don't really know the system very well. It's one of those things where if you can't find a lot of people that are knowledgeable in those systems, you might have to learn them on your own. or what I would do, actually, instead of doing that, have you looked into trying to be part of the specific communities related with these different systems, right? Like I think you know of a lot of different systems, but I'm curious if you've gone around looking specifically to be part of those systems, because while you could do that, while that's not technically a centralized area, you could still kind of bounce ideas off people in that area in general. It's very interesting. I find that a lot of people who are like that, Delport, who want this sort of mid-ground thing, seem to end up making their own system. Because I'm thinking about, I know of a person from following somebody else on YouTube, and they're good friends with this person, and his tag is Ramtide, and he's very, very, very into TTRPG flat out, right? Done the Star Wars ones, done, all different kinds of TTRPGs.
Oh, so he's got the variety.
And then what did he do? He's making his own system. Right? So it's a very funny thing where it seems like the trend is going from there. You've never heard of Monster of the Week, Jamie. Monster of the Week, I only know about it because the Adventure Zone did Monster of the Week campaign, arc, season, whatever you want to call them. And, yes. So I vaguely know the system through them, but I will say that they're bad at rules anyway. So how accurate my knowledge is subpar.
Well, Monster of the Week sounds like what it says on the tin. You're facing a monster every week?
I see. Yeah, so it's definitely kind of modular, right? But that's
sort of our formula, where we have here's some exploration, then a fight, here's some exploration, then a fight.
About the system is that it's incredibly rules light. I'm trying to remember correctly,
really?
And I think it's you roll 2d6s, and it's there's it's sort of like Pathfinder. There's you succeed, but there's a consequence. You succeed without any hindrance. You fail, and you succeed, and you get a boon, right? Or the levels, the degrees of success, right? It's something like that. It's and it's 2d6s. But we're talking incredible. Yeah, it's very rules light, Jamie. It's very wishy-washy. Honestly, it's very good for the cast of the Adventure Zone because they're rules light people. But it's definitely not my cup of tea either. I agree. It is a major project. Delport, I'm assuming you heard about Paizo's announcement, right?
Oh yeah, I think that went up a few hours ago, right?
Yeah. I'll wait till your answer or not, because I don't want to go into it if you have heard of it, because that would just be reiterating. Because that could be interesting. Oh, yeah, okay. Paizo is the creator of Pathfinder. It's that company. It's a Reddit post. It was put in Cinder's Discord by, God, I'm missing his name off the top of my head. By Aston. It's a Reddit post on the Pathfinder 2e thing. I will give you all a link if you want to read it. Yeah, the Chads, yeah, Jamie. Essentially, what it boils down to, from my understanding of reading it, is that their goal is to create what you want, Delport. The Linux of TTRPG, if that makes any sense to you. That's the best way I can boil it down. They want to make the Linux of TTRPG. Apparently, Kobold Press, Chaosium, Green Ronin, Legendary Games, Rogue Genius Games, and even more publishers are on board with this project to make this literally the Linux of TTRPGs. Completely open source, owned by none of the companies, owned by a specific company that is specifically has no stake in any money towards it, that is solely owning the license of the thing. No. Pathfinder is not Linux. What I'm talking about, JB, is the idea that it's open source. That nobody owns the copyright to it. It's called Fudge. Also know of, like, GURPS. I don't know about GURPS. I've never heard of Fudge. Never heard of Fudge.
Yeah, that's not ringing any bells for me.
To nothing. Right. So it's they call it the Open RPG Creative License. It will be built system agnostic for independent game publishers under the legal guidance of an intellectual property law firm that represents Paizo and several other game publishers. Paizo will pay for the legal work involved. They invite game publishers worldwide to join them to support of this system agnostic license that allows all games to provide their own unique open rules reference documents that open up their individual game systems to the world. Development bulletproof systems.
I know, Jamie, and it isn't even Ace Attorney night.
Interesting, Delport. Legalese. Dylan's a lawyer.
I didn't know that about Fudge.
I kind of have an issue now, you know. Dylan, to explain it in English. Yeah, that
we certainly try.
We can try to get him to talk about it next week, maybe.
Answer, though.
Well, I might not have him talk about it on Ace Attorney night. That's Ace Attorney night. We don't need D&D night. Well, it's no longer D&D. We'll have to change. Oh God, we'll have to change the name of the segment.
Oh man, Drawings and Dragons was so catchy, though.
It was.
Paint Finders. How about that?
I was thinking of trying to go even more system agnostic than that with our name.
What would you say to that, Ori? About a mix of English and legal jargon?
What I would say is, could Dylan ever speak English? I don't know. Dylan was a hoop-de-loop-de tricksy, tricksy lawyer before he went to law school. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you're talking about Pathfinder and Delport, I think it's for people who are into D&D but who want more options.
My understanding, Delport, is this is a license that they are allowing anybody to opt in to operating underneath. So all of those companies that I listed, like Kobold Press, Chaosium, all of that will be operating under that license and thus allowing you to utilize that open license. They're not creating their own system. They're creating a license that can be used over any system, if that makes sense. But it's sort of with the idea that you have those, like, common words. He's really fun to play board games with, but he likes very specific, Yeah, Delport. They call it the ORC, the Open RPG Creative License. Yeah, when you started talking about this that you want, that made me think of you, because it'll essentially be like a thing you can point to, right? Yeah, the orc, exactly. It's better than ogle. I don't know. See, thankfully most board games he kind of just deals with. Yeah. It definitely was intentional.
Oh, it had to be. Nobody
Alright.
does that. It makes it not intentional.
This is very true. This is very true. I need to make a thing like this. And then we'll have to do it again. I can't make this straight for some reason. I don't like that though. Try this again. Here. There we go.
Ah. Lovely.
Didn't want to work before for me.
It was being very stubborn.
It was being very, very stubborn. Oh, that's not what I want. Back here somewhere. And back there. Somewhere.
Oh.
Go like this. And then I think we'll sign off.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out how to color it. But alas, next time.
Oh yes, I never finish anything on stream.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
would say
too.
you finish the sketch and the lining. That still counts.
Oh yeah, I never like fully finish a thing though.
I think the design phase would have to be going particularly well in order for that to happen.
Yeah. Well, if the design phase went pretty well, I could probably get to the coloring, like the base colors, but shading always takes a while when I do like really nice shading. So, that's not a possibility.
Oh yeah, Jamie, we've definitely had discussions like that too, where we had to double check if we could like do an action we were thinking of or not. Because it does get ambiguous at points, and you're like, can I get it away with that? I mean, if I can, you get this really awesome moment. If not, well, I'm just gonna be sad now.
Yeah. Or if, you know, or sometimes you get lucky and the DM rules of cools you.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while we
That's
do get a
because
rule
you
where
have
it's
a
like,
cool DM.
it does say this, and then Dylan's like, yeah, but I don't like it, so let's fix it. Let's do it differently. I like how you would rule it or something. No, there is no DM in a board game, that is true.
No. Depends on what board game you're playing.
Well, I guess there could be a DM if you play something like Mafia.
I could see that. That technically counts.
Right? Isn't that a DM? Or would you not count that
Honestly,
as a
the
board game?
The first thing my brain went to was Monopoly with the banker.
Okay,
I mean, what
kinda.
is that? But what is that? But a DM
Yeah, but
with money.
but they're a player too in Monopoly. You know, if you're a DM, you're not a player too.
That's true.
That's why I went to Mafia, because the narrator is, you know, just narrating. They're not a player too.
That it is, Jamie. That it is.
Yes, so it is. It is. Those are Dylan's favorite kinds of games, though. Jamie, are those kind of like Mafia, Secret Hitler, Werewolf. We have a game called Business Walrus. We had to stop playing super fights because it was too ambiguous on who would win, and it would go on for hours, and like I wanted to die. I just stopped playing super fights. Yeah, they just good at math. Delport's right. Okay, I'm gonna leave the stream at this, right? I'm gonna be really weird, and this is how we're gonna end stream, because this is how it's gonna go, right? So be ready to end stream, Mars, right? There's nothing. This is it.
Now I'm scared.
This is the end. It's related to Secret Hitler. The funniest inside joke that I have with a specific group of friends, that is Dylan's group of friends from high school. So these are all people that I knew in high school, that Dylan knew in high school, that we know in real life. When we played Secret Hitler for the first time ever, everybody played for the first time. One player got the ability to look at somebody's card. And we all assumed that they were a fascist. And he went over and he looked at their card. And now, now instead of just telling us what the card said, he sat there And he waited a moment, and then he goes, my diaper is poopy. Because he was a fascist too. And that was his deflect. So thanks everybody for coming to stream. We hope to see you all on Sunday to get those last few bingos in there. Gotta get them points.
Yes,
Gotta get
very
those
important.
points.
You want those points.
Gotta get those points. And so we hope to see you Sunday for finally Ace Attorney. It's been much too long.
Oh, it's been
Okay.
so long.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks everybody for helping with the design. Yep.
Yes.
Good
Thanks
luck
for
with
the
Polaroid
discussions.
PCM.
Had a blast.
That's the vibe, Jamie. The vibe is not actually knowing what team you're on and then figuring out halfway down the way. But that's a story for another time. All right.
Indeed.
Good night.
Night all.